already won this fight. I'm in Dom's head already. I feel like I can go all night, and I know that I can hurt him, and he can't hurt me.
5-1 against this squad, so it's like fighting a bunch of clones. They all think the same, they all talk the same, they all look the same. He just has a couple more tattoos.
I don't care about how his pay-per-view does. I don't care how much money I make. I don't care about interviews, and I don't care how I look. All I care about is winning my belt back on Friday night, and that's it.
She's the biggest name in this division. This is a big moment for me to show everybody I'm the best and I'm here to stay.
Time to end this suffering. I need a minute to myself. Sure. You will never get to me. What can't be done, I'll do myself.
First it was UFC 200, then UFC 202, and tonight inside the brand new T-Mobile Arena, it is UFC 207, Nunes versus Rousey. Closed captioning is sponsored by Paramount Pictures and Revolution Studios' new movie Triple X, Return of Xander Cage, in theaters everywhere, January 20th. Tonight's SAP, brought to you by UFCEspanol.com. Tonight's broadcast is available in 100% Spanish. Let's get things started. Hi again, everybody. I'm Mike Goldberg. Welcome once again to the Ultimate Fighting Championship. It's simple. It's not what happens in life. It's what you do when it happens to you. And that question will be answered later with the former champion, Ronda Rousey, as I welcome in my partner, Joe Rogan. Ronda Rousey's going to take on a very game Amanda Nunes.
She has done everything correctly for this camp. She has taken time off. She looks in fantastic shape. She is not distracted. She is highly motivated. And you can see as she did that pre-fight interview, she's like, I don't care what I look like. I don't care how much money I make. I'm here to win the title. That's the type of attitude. One of the things that you see from Ronda is a whole lot of, I'll show you. And that seems to be a big theme coming into this fight.
It's been 13 months since we have seen her, and the belt has changed hands a couple of times.
And Amanda Nunes, the champion, is the current title holder, and she is sensational. She has vicious knockout power. A Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, won the title with a submission victory over Miesha Tate. But she's not just fighting one of the best judo stylists to ever enter into MMA. She's fighting a superstar. There's a cult of personality around Ronda Rousey that you're also facing when you, much like when Anderson Silva was in his prime, you're facing an iconic figure.
The interesting thing is, though, once your unbeaten mark goes away, how will you react? That is a big question coming into tonight. Co-main event, Dominick Cruz and the young knockout artist, Cody Garbrandt.
I love this fight. I love these kind of fights. These it's a puzzle because you have Dominick Cruz, who has this sensational footwork and movement. He's the most unpredictable fighter in the sport. He's so well-rounded, so diverse, and has such a high fight IQ. You never know if he's going to go for a takedown or a punch. His footwork is amazing. He's always out of position when you go to hit him, but he is fighting without a doubt the most dangerous knockout artist he's ever faced inside the octagon. Cody Garbrandt is a has vicious knockout power, and he is a ferocious competitor.
Cody Garbrandt, Joe, said he's been targeting Dominick Cruz since he was in high school.
Well, you know what? He's got the opportunity tonight, and Dominick Cruz has been chiseling away at him with the trash talk. Cody Garbrandt is literally rabid. It's going to be an amazing fight tonight for the Bantamweight title.
Great to be back here inside the T-Mobile Arena. Of course, things got a little crazy yesterday, as you saw, at the official weigh-ins. Last card of 2016, and we are set for a great night of fights. Here's a look at the rest of tonight's pay-per-view card, brought to you by EA Sports UFC 2. Get up to 75% off for a limited time on the Xbox One and PlayStation consoles. And we start in the welterweight division with South Korea's stun gun, Dong Young Kim. His opponent, Belgium's Tarek Safadine. And in the bantamweight division, former champion TJ Dillashaw will fight longtime flyweight contender John Lineker, who made the move to bantamweight and is 4-0 at 135. Tonight's Locker Room Cam is sponsored by IconicFaceoff.com, the UFC's social gaming partner. Real friends, real prizes, real time. Our first fight here on pay-per-view is in the flyweight division, and it features The Last Samurai, 25-year-old Hawaiian Louis Smolka. His opponent, the Taz Mexican Devil, 23-year-old Ray Borg, unbeaten at 9-0 with 6 submission wins, 5 by rear naked choke. Our Rules of the Octagon are sponsored by WGN America's original hit series, Outsiders. Season 2 premieres Tuesday, January 24th, only on WGN America. 3 judges scored the bout duration, 3 5-minute rounds. Tonight's 2 championship fights are scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds. A 10-point must scoring system is in effect, with the round winner gaining 10 points, his opponent 9 or less. Judges will score the bouts based on effective striking and grappling, followed by aggression and octagon control in that order. So as promised, we start at 125, where Demetrius Johnson has simply ruled. But look at the rankings as we work our way down. Smolka is 12, Joe. Borg is 13.
Demetrius Johnson's in a very strange position. I mean, he is literally a king without a challenge. Ian McCall, who will be fighting soon, is one of the very best guys in the world and gave him a tough fight earlier in his career. But these two gentlemen have a chance tonight to make a name for themselves. Louis Smolka is a very tough kid. He's very wild and aggressive and fun to watch. Throws a lot of crazy stuff like side kicks to the face. And Ray Borg is a very talented fighter as well, although he had a real problem making weight, missed it by over 3 pounds.
Number 8, John Moraga, will fight in his hometown of Phoenix against Sergio Pettis. You look at the ranking 6 through 15. Flyweight rising stars collide in the octagon as Ray Borg and Louis Smolka both attempt to end 2016 by making a major statement to all at 125. In a division long dominated by champion Demetrius Johnson, flyweight phenoms Ray Borg and Louis Smolka have made pivotal moves into the top 15. And as 2016 comes to a close, the winner of their bout will make a statement that next year it's time to target Mighty Mouse.
Going out there tonight, I'm going to make a huge statement. Let people know that this is my division. I am the future of this division. And, they need to remember who I am.
I'm hoping for a big win tonight. I'm hoping for something legendary, and hopefully if I get a few of these big wins, I'll be able to get a title shot soon.
A rapidly rising star in the 125-pound weight class, Hawaii's Louis Smolka is a dynamic competitor who has shown off his skills on the feet and the ground in rounds of 5 octagon victories and 3 finishes of Richie Vasula, Paddy Houlihan, and Ben Nguyen. But all that matters now is defeating Ray Borg tonight.
I really have to get back on that winning track after my last fight, and it would mean a lot to get this win.
Owner of wins in 3 of his last 4 UFC bouts, New Mexico's Ray Borg has shown off a slick submission game in beating Shane Howell and Chris Kalidas. And if he can tap out Smolka in the final event of 2016, he will have sent a statement out to the rest of the flyweight division that he's arrived.
I'm a dangerous matchup for anybody, whether it's the champ Demetrius or any flyweight in this division, so people better look out for me.
23-year-old, the Taz Mexican Devil, born in Tucson, Arizona, fighting out of Albuquerque, New Mexico. Now, it's interesting to note, Joe, that he had been at the other gym with Tom Vaughn for many years, but has since left that gym and now trains at Jackson Wink.
Well, I would wonder what caused that decision, but both gyms are excellent. Obviously, both camps have produced very good fighters, and Ray Borg just decided he needed to mix it up a bit, but you got to be concerned with the not being able to lose the requisite amount of weight to make the flyweight division. I mean, he's calling for potential title shot in the future, but you got to be able to actually make the weight class.
Take a look at this fighter description brought to you by WGN America's original hit series, Outsiders. Season 2 premieres Tuesday, January 24th, only on WGN America. A lot of takedowns, and he has finished 7 of his 9 wins, many of those, Joe, by submission.
He's a very good submission artist, but he's coming off of a disappointing loss to Justin Scoggins, who's a very, very talented young man and a very, very diverse guy, can do a lot of different things, and that might have been what led Ray Borg to try to make that switch.
23-year-old Ray Borg in the octagon for the 6th time. His opponent, the Hawaiian, born in Honolulu, Louis Smolka, the last samurai, whose only losses have come by split decision to Chris Carriazo. He was submitted in his last fight in Portland by Brian Marino.
Yeah, the Brandon Moreno fight in his last fight was very disappointing to him. He wants to get back on track, and before that he had an outstanding fight against Ben Gwen, who's a very talented fighter. Beat Patty Houlihan before that, it was also very good, so he was on a bit of a streak. Neil Siri even before that. It was also 3 very good fighters, but you know what? That's part of the growth process. He's 25 years old. He's a young, aggressive kid, and he got caught. So now back to the drawing board, and he has an excellent opportunity here tonight to kick off the pay-per-view against a really talented Ray Borg.
Pretty simple, the answer that Smolka gave us when he was asked about his opponent, Ray Borg. He said, Ray Borg is really good.
He is that, but Ray Borg weighed 3.5 pounds over the flyweight limit. Because of that, Louis Smolka gets 30% of his purse.
A lifelong martial artist, started training in karate at age 5. Junior brown belt in Kempo Karate, brown belt in Judo. The last samurai, Louis Smolka.
And you see those karate skills. He does a lot of wild stuff like that front leg side kick to the face, and you know, he's just real loose and very creative inside the octagon and really, really enjoys it.
Our tale of the tape for this, our first fight live on pay-per-view. Brought to you by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 50% or more on car insurance. The 25-year-old against the 23-year-old. Smolka, much taller. He will enjoy a significant reach advantage. All right, let's officially get this pay-per-view underway. Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are live from the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas for UFC 207, Nunes versus Rousey. And now, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC flyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a mixed martial artist holding a professional record, 9 wins, 2 losses. He stands 5 feet 4 inches tall, weighing in at 129.5 pounds. Fighting out of Albuquerque, New Mexico, Ray And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a mixed martial artist holding a professional record, 11 wins, 2 losses. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighing in at 125 1/2 pounds. Fighting at a Kapolei, Hawaii, Louis the Last Samurai Smolka! And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Dan Mergliata.
Dan Mergliata, our referee, for this flyweight matchup that gets us going here live on pay-per-view. Louis Smolka. Ray Borg.
I'm ready, sir. Let's go first.
We are underway. Blue trunks for Ray Borg, red trunks for Louis Smolka. Nice utilization of the jab early. And again.
Yeah, he's doubling and tripling up on it.
And when asked what his favorite striking technique is, Smolka said the jab, Joe. And there you see a little bit of the karate that you were alluding to.
Yeah, he's got a very good traditional martial arts arsenal.
Looking to utilize that reach advantage.
And Borg, obviously looking to close the distance.
Yep.
Borg's strong suit is his submission game and his grappling. The tie up here.
Ray Borg made his UFC debut on Fox back in 2014 at just 20 years old.
Good head movement by Borg.
Yeah. Going over the top with that left.
Yeah, he's constantly moving his head here, back and forth.
But the hands don't move.
Oh, missed that. Good upkick there. Smolka tries to take his back, and Borg gets him down. Very nicely done by Borg.
Side control.
And this is where Borg wants his fight to take place. Darce, he's got a Darce. He locked it up quick. Let's see if Smolka can defend here.
Gives it up.
Let it go. Spin to the back. He's got a lot of rear naked choke victories.
Yep.
He's trying to take the back here. Smolka, though,
yep.
Smolka's avoided the hooks, and he's in a better position here. He's in the scarf hold. So Borg kind of screwed up in that transition, didn't get the hooks in as he went to the back, and now Smolka on top with a headlock. But Smolka's got to be careful. He's got to give this spot up. Yeah, Borg is now taking his back. See, Smolka had a good position there, but he chose to try to advance, and now Borg's on top of him. Borg once again inside control, dropping elbows down. Smolka's now trying to capture one of those legs.
We're grappling back and forth battle here early.
Smolka definitely wants to keep Borg from getting that hook in, and he's been able to do so far. There's blood coming out of someone here. I see it all over the elbow of Louis Smolka.
Transitioning to the back once again.
Big takedown. Very nicely done by Borg.
Jerry, you were speaking of the rear naked choke finishes for Borg. 6 wins by submission, 9 overall. 5 of those 6 rear naked choke. Don't forget, UFC fans, let your voice be heard. Tell us who you think is winning each fight by following at UFC on Twitter. All it takes is one click to vote on how you're scoring the fight. See all the results live.
Full mount here for Ray Borg, and Louis Smolka is bleeding. He's got to be careful in the transition that he doesn't give up his back. Like as he turns, arm. Borg almost got the arm here. Looks like he's got him in a plaza position.
Trying to lock it down here in round 1.
Smolka doing a good job of using that right knee to step through. He's got to get that right arm out of the way, though. He's got to pop up and explode and yank that out. Yank that out and then step away. And Borg's holding on to it well. But now he's in a bad position because he's trapped in between the 2 legs. But he could try to go for a toe hold here.
Borg spins again.
He's spinning, but Smolka's trying to hold on to that leg.
Big shot.
He's a little low on the leg. Good shot there by Borg. It's going to make Smolka release that leg. Huge shot.
Massive shot there. And you see Smolka cover up immediately.
Again, Borg is going to try to take the back. Smolka very aware of Borg's game. He's been doing a good job of keeping Borg from getting those 2 hooks in.
Hammer fist.
Smolka looking to get him in full guard here. Ooh, good short elbow by Borg.
Time ticking down here in round number 1. Really good start for Ray Borg.
Hey, Doc.
Tonight's Corner Camp brought to you by WGN America's original hit series, Outsiders. Season 2 premieres Tuesday, January 24th, only on WGN America.
Huh? What do you mean? It's weird. Hey, Lewis, you walk around, make us round, okay? Keep the distance, okay? No even tie up in the clinch, okay? Keep the distance, keep circling. All hands, okay? Rangy stuff. Pow.
Good, Luke. So when you're on the bottom, watch giving your back, huh? Just keep that separation you're doing and keep that separation away from your neck. Hand fight, that was excellent. Remember, I would rather him mount you than take your back, okay? I don't want that back take. Yeah. Every time you have that signal, you bend that neck.
Very good advice from Louis Smolka's corner. Here you see Ray Borg with a takedown. Slams him down. And here's where he gets cut. Slicing elbow by Ray Borg. And here's a big right hand by Borg. Caught him on the
Round 2, you ready, sir? You ready, sir? Let's go fight.
Round 2. Good ground and pound in round number 1. Smolka going to want to keep this fight on the feet here.
Yeah, Borg was very dominant on the ground in that round. Oh, going for a kick there.
Just missed.
Swings wild.
Look for that head kick. Flying knee.
Good head movement. I'm really impressed with the head movement of Borg in this fight. He looks fast and strong so far.
He does look fast. You can see how significant his speed advantage seems to be thus far. Lightning fast.
Really strong leg kick, Mike.
Over the top with the right.
And Smolka is just kind of trying to find his rhythm here, but he's dealing with an overwhelming Ray Borg. And Borg is doing a good job of when Smolka does move in on him, he slides right out of the range of the strikes. He's got a hold of him again and down.
Great pressure. 3 for 3 with his takedown.
Good scramble here by Smolka. Look at this.
Borg trying to gain position, and he does.
And you'll see here, as Smolka's corner was telling him, I would rather you get mounted than give up your back. So he's flattening out and going to his back whenever that potential arises, where Borg could take his back.
Well, they know Ray Borg is very good with the rear naked choke. There's the mount.
Yeah, full mount here. He threatened with the Americana in order to go there. Look at that, Smolka's attacking the leg. Good job by Smolka in reversing that position by using the dexterity of his legs from the mount to attack the leg.
Nicely done with the right hand. Now Borg can push off the fence. He just can't put his fingers and hold the fence.
Smolka's doing a good job of controlling that leg of Borg, but he hasn't really threatened him with the submission yet. He's just sort of wrapping up.
Oh my goodness.
Borg's throwing heat. Defends the leg, and now he's inside control.
Louis Smolka said, I'm not holding on to this leg anymore if I'm going to get punched like that again.
Yeah, that's just one of the big problems with leg locks.
Yep.
If you can't get them right away, you're holding onto a leg, so you have both your legs and your arms wrapped around that leg, and it's very difficult to defend yourself. But it really depends on the level of the leg locker.
North-south. Borg very patient here with 2 minutes on the clock in round 2.
interesting. Mike Borg is such a go-to back guy that's almost all he looks for. He's always looking for some sort of a scenario where he could get to the back. You see him here doing it again. He's got some good ground and pound going on here.
Definitely.
You see how he's maintaining that half guard, keeping that leg in between? He's doing that because it's the right leg. He's doing that. Oh, now he's going for an arm triangle. But what he does is he does it so that in the transitions, he always has one hook in. So as you spin, he gets that second hook. And now he's going for that arm triangle. Ooh, he's got this locked up.
Trying to look for...
He's still caught in half guard, though. He's got one leg trapped. His right leg is trapped, and it's on the wrong side. So it makes it very difficult and he's throwing good hard body shots here to loosen it up. Smolka gets that arm free. Good job by Smolka, and he's scrambling up to his feet. Very nicely done by Smolka.
A lot of really good scrambles, but Borg, his speed, his quickness, his explosiveness, the difference thus far of 1 minute left.
And his strength, Mike, and that's also one thing that you might be able to look at the 3.5 pounds that he did not cut.
Absolutely.
And say, man, that might be a significant factor in this fight. Smolka was attempting to guillotine there, but Borg gets out of it and is on top again. Just a dominant grappling performance here by Ray Borg. And dominant striking as well.
Keep that forearm in front of his neck. Right foot. There we go. Keep this pressure.
Borg last fought in February across the street at the MGM Grand Garden Arena.
Smolka doing a good job in getting it back to full guard. I mean, Smolka is scrappy. I mean, he's still in it. He's still trying everything, but it looks to me like he's getting out-muscled, out-grappled, and even outstruck by the dynamic Ray Borg.
Round 2 in the books.
And here we see the leg lock attempt, and Borg comes over the top of the right hand, and let's listen to that in real time. Oh, that's horrible.
Ouch. Good round. Slow down. Rick, slow down a little bit, man. You're having a blast in there.
Ray, you're controlling him everywhere. Everywhere. All right, with some water.
I broke my ankle.
All right. Sorry. No, it doesn't matter. We'll deal with that later.
It's nice. For the first time in a fight, I could see it.
Ray Borg is saying that he thinks he broke his ankle.
They want him to keep his distance, all right? So, forward pressure, move your head.
Like
you're on him on the ground.
We'll deal with that later.
Something stupid. So, forward pressure, he's not going to be able to hit you hard, all right? He's bailing. You see the tomahawk.
Brandon Simpson does a really good job at Jackson Wing.
I wonder which ankle. Boy, he's not even limping. How tough is Ray Borg?
I'd say pretty tough with his ankles broken.
Yeah, he seems fine. Okay, it might be his right one. He just stood up on his right one.
5 minutes remain. Borg clearly in control of this fight.
He's got the clinch. But now that we know that he's got an injury to his ankle, let's see if he still has the same ability to take Smolka down.
And the best place he can fight is on the ground, but he's got to get him there first.
Yeah. It's going to be very hard for him to drive off of it if it is, in fact, broken. It's not swollen up yet.
Adrenaline can be a crazy thing. Half guard. Borg has dictated every bit of this fight thus far.
This is an outstanding performance. I mean, he's really rebounding well from the loss to Justin Scoggins.
Yep.
But again, we really have to bring up the 3.5 pounds of weight that he didn't cut that Louis Smolka did. And that could have a significant effect on his performance in this fight. He's just a bigger, stronger guy because of it. And at 125, 3 pounds is a lot.
A great point. Got the back, one hook.
And this is what Ray Borg lives for.
Yep.
He's a back-taking specialist. But Smolka very aware of it, and again, goes flat.
Which is what his corner Joe said to do earlier.
But they're giving him good defensive advice, but so far he hasn't been able to generate any offense.
Right.
It's been all Ray Borg. I mean, he's not giving up. Very scrappy kid, but Borg's all over him. And he's got that arm triangle attempt again. He's on the wrong side. He's got the right leg trapped, and he's got to get over to the left side of Louis Smolka. He's trying to pop that leg up. Now he's on the right side. Now he's got it. He's going to flatten out. Smolka's in big trouble here. Big trouble. He's going to go out. Borg is clamping down on it. Smolka's still awake, but Borg is cutting off the blood here. He's taking his time here. He's not blowing himself out. The slow squeeze.
Smolka in a horrible spot.
The way he has his hips lifted up, Mike, he might try to push off away from the cage so that he can go all the way around counterclockwise. He decided to go to full mount, and he let go of the arm choke.
Nice job done by Smolka.
That may have been because he was pressed up against the cage and wasn't able to get the right leverage. But look at this, right back to the top, right back to the side control. Just a dominant grappling display. This is a very important performance for Ray Borg in a division that's pretty much wide open, dominated by the best pound-for-pound fighter in the world.
Borg's only 23, Joe.
I know. I mean, that's what's amazing. That's, again, like we were talking about earlier, that's that Goldilocks zone of improvement where these guys, you'll see them 6 months later, and they look like a completely different fighter. Smolka back up to his feet here. He's got to generate something and big in a minute and 35 seconds to go here.
But of course, worthy of note, Borg needs to make weight. They naturally missed weight as well. Yeah, that's the second time.
That's not good.
Nope.
Especially when you're 23 years old. I mean, he might consider going up to 135.
5'4". But then again, John Lineker's 5'3", and he's been killing it at bantamweight.
Yeah, and Dodson, similar height.
Yep.
Ray Borg just tried to jump up and take the back, but Smolka is not giving up, Mike. I mean, you got to give it to this kid. He's getting dominated for 3 solid rounds, and he's not giving up at all.
Typical scrappy Hawaiian, who, no surprise, said one of his heroes, Baby J, BJ Penn, coming back to the octagon in Phoenix next month.
Against Yair Rodriguez. What a fight.
What a matchup. They're up.
Smolka back to his feet. This is his chance.
Under 30. Borg swinging heavy. Wants to finish with that hook.
Here's that side kick. Smolka getting that distance here. There's a nice step-in elbow by Smolka.
Gonna run out of time, though.
Oh, spinning elbow by Borg.
They go the distance.
A great last moment of the fight for Louis Smolka, but too little, too late. And a very good performance by Ray Borg.
Borg tied his personal UFC best with 5 takedowns of Louis Smolka. Our fight replay brought to you by Budweiser. This Bud's for you.
Here we see, this is the big elbow that cut him earlier in the fight, and here's another one that cut him as well. This Ray Borg with a dominant performance with his grappling, with his ground and pound, with his striking, his head movement. Just absolutely the most impressive performance we've seen from him inside the octagon against a very tough Louis Smolka.
So the judges will render their decision. Broken ankle or not, as Borg earned his 4th UFC win.
Center, gentlemen, please.
All right, we're going to make it official.
Back up, man.
Our official decision brought to you by Metro PCS. Get a fast nationwide 4G LTE network for only $30 period. Wireless figured out. Here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for decision. The judges score the contest 30-27, 30-26, and 30-26 for the winner by unanimous decision, Ray the Taz Mexican Deadball Borg.
All right, I'm here with the winner, Ray Borg, and what an outstanding performance. I mean, you were just dominant on the feet, dominant on the ground. And did I hear you right in between the corner in the second round? You said you broke your ankle.
Yeah, I'm not too sure, man, but about the second round, I couldn't plan on it. That's why, you know, the game plan to move around a little bit, stand on the feet, kind of went out the door because I just couldn't plan on it.
Well, you didn't show any evidence of it in the fight, but you were dominant on the ground, dominant standing. I mean, you faced a very tough kid in Louis Smolka who was able to take everything you threw at him, but you have to be pretty happy with your performance here tonight.
You know, I got the win. That's the most important thing, you know. For anybody here who doesn't know who I am, you know now. You know now.
Ray, you are one of the most talented guys in this division, but you had a hard time making the weight. This is the second time you've had a hard time making this 125-pound weight class. Do you think you're going to stay here?
Yeah, I just need to make some adjustments. This is my first time doing early weigh-ins. I got to make some adjustments. Plus, had a pretty stressful week with some personal stuff. But I want to fight DJ one day, hopefully next year. So I got to learn how to fix those things so I can make sure I do so.
Excellent performance here tonight. Congratulations.
I got two things to say. When are you and John Dudley going to get me on Knock on TV podcast? And then one more thing. To my stepdad, Paul Elam, he's a good man. Jack Elam was a great man. And sometimes God needs those great men in heaven. This one was for you guys. My condolences to your family. I love you guys.
Congratulations, sir. Ray Borg, ladies and gentlemen.
Ray Borg, very humble, talking about the weight issue and wanting somewhere down the road to fight the best at 125, perhaps the best in the world, Demetrius Mighty Mouse Johnson. All right, that is Hawaii's hottest fighter right now. Max Holloway coming off the win over Anthony Pettis. Travis Barker in the house again tonight. Tonight's Locker Room Cam is sponsored by IconicFaceoff.com, the UFC's social gaming partner. Real friends, real prizes, real time. Take a look at the stun gun. Dong Young Kim coming off a first-round knockout victory at home in South Korea. He will face Belgium's Tarek Safadine, the last Strikeforce welterweight champion, who is a black belt in karate and Brazilian jiu-jitsu. UFC 207, Nunes versus Rousey, is being brought to you by Budweiser. This Bud's for you. By Metro PCS. Get a fast nationwide 4G LTE network for only $30 period. Wireless figured out. By Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. And by Paramount Pictures and Revolution Studios' new movie, Triple X, Return of Xander Cage. In theaters everywhere, January 20th. Tonight's arrivals are brought to you by Harley-Davidson. See your dealer today and learn to ride like some of your favorite UFC fighters with Harley-Davidson Riding Academy. Live your legend. Arriving earlier here at T-Mobile Arena, Amanda Nunes, Brazil's first female champion, has finished 12 of her 13 wins, 10 in the first round. For the champion, tonight is about validation. This is the fight she wanted, and she's ready to make a huge statement. Also arriving earlier, the most decorated female champion in mixed martial arts history, Ronda Rousey, the UFC's first ever Bantamweight champion, who defended her belt 6 times. Rousey said, "I'm coming back to win this title for the people that believed in me, my life. Everything I've worked for depends on it."
My nipples get hard. I'm excited. Kicking off the new season here. Are you me right now?
Dana White's house is like Neverland for hillbillies.
Let's go on an adventure.
Let me tell you something. Oh my God. Disneyland. I want to thank Dana White for exposing me to a whole side of America that brothers ain't used to being exposed to.
I decided that Dean Thomas and I would drag race.
I felt like I was biting into a condom filled with bologna.
Never judge a card until it's over. Everybody on that card came to fight. It's awesome, man. That's what this show's all about.
Dana White Looking for a Fight is back. The first episode of the new season drops on January 2nd, free on YouTube. Dana, Matt, and Dean head to Maine. It's Dana White Looking for a Fight, premiering on January 2nd. The crowd going crazy. They just showed Ronda on the big screen. Tonight's UFC 207, presented in high definition by Paramount Pictures and Revolution Studios. New movie Triple X, Return of Xander Cage. In theaters everywhere, January 20th. Check it out. Constantly evolving, Dominick Cruz has finished his last 4 victories, putting himself on the verge of a big 2017. Tonight's assignment, stop Tarek Safadine. Top 15. Kim may have been radar over the last couple years, but with a win on one of the biggest cards of 2016, tonight's victor will be on center stage heading into the new year with their hopes set on chasing down a championship.
Tonight I need to dominate Dominick Kim to really put myself back into the title contention.
나는 매일매일 강해지고 있음을 지금도 느끼고 그래서 전성기가 아직 오지 않았다고 생각합니다. 그래서 이번 경기에 전성기를 모든 걸 쏟아부어서 보여주겠습니다.
A member of the UFC roster since 2008, South Korea's Dominick Kim has battled and beat the best at 170 pounds, including Nate Diaz, Eric Silva, Matt Brown, and John Hathaway. And after back-to-back wins in 2015, he is eager to get back to work and make a place for himself in the title race.
예전부터 잘해왔지만 계속 판정으로 이기는 경기력 때문에 UFC에서도 좀 안 좋게 평이 나 있어서 스스로 노력을 많이 했고 그 결과 최근 4경기 전부 다 피니시로 끝났고 이번 경기도 판정까지 가지 않는 멋진 경기로 피니시 시키겠습니다.
One of the most technical and punishing strikers in the game, former Strikeforce champion Tarek Safadine has the skill set to make it a long night for any opponent. And with an octagon resume that includes victories over Hyun-Kyu Lim and Jake Ellenberger, he has certainly earned the respect of his peers.
This opportunity is huge for me. It's a big step in my career, and I plan on dominating.
Tarek Safadine is the former Strikeforce welterweight champion, and he won that title with an outstanding performance over Nate Marquardt. And that fight really highlights some of the best aspects of his skill set, which is his leg kicks. He just dominated the striker Marquardt with leg kicks and really hobbled him. By the second and third round, Nate was having a really hard time moving around. It was one of his most impressive performances to date. Inside the octagon, he's had both good and bad results. And now he's training at TriStar with Firas Zahabi, who, in my opinion, is one of the geniuses of MMA. And I'm really interested to see what kind of results he's getting from his time training up in Montreal. He's coming off of a 3-round unanimous decision loss to Rick Story, who's a very talented grappler, but before that, looked excellent in his fight against Jake Ellenberger. Another fight where really highlighted his leg kicking ability and kickboxing skills.
Born and raised in Brussels, Belgium, switch stance utilized by Safadine, black belt in karate, black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Entering the octagon, looking for UFC win number 3.
In many ways, Mike, this is a contrast in styles because Tarek Saffiedine is very technical, and I wouldn't say he's cautious or tentative, but he doesn't take wild, crazy chances, whereas Dong Hyun Kim does. Dong Hyun Kim's a wild man. He throws a lot of crazy strikes, takes big chances, and with those big risks has reaped some pretty big rewards.
The 35-year-old who I mentioned earlier had a win at home against Dominick Cruz in Seoul, South Korea.
And he has some big wins in his career, Mike. Josh Burton victory was a big victory for him. John Hathaway, Eric Silva. And as we were saying, he takes a lot of wild chances and is a very, very strong grappler. Excellent judo, very good wrestling. And very dangerous with his strikes as well. Spinning elbows, back fists, all kinds of crazy techniques.
Fourth degree, Joe, fourth degree judo black belt. And, you know, you talked about the win over Hathaway. That was that beautiful spinning back elbow.
Yeah, I mean, he takes risks. Yeah. And they don't always pay off against Tyron Woodley, the current welterweight champion. He went crazy at Tyron, and Tyron cracked him. But, you know, that is just the price you pay for having such an exciting style.
Back-to-back wins for the Stun Gun. Winner of 6 of his last 7. They're going to make another run towards the best in the division. Very aggressive, powerful. Likes to keep a great pace. Our Tale of the Tape brought to you by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. The Stun Gun, 5 years the elder of Saffiedine, 4 inches taller. He will have a 6-inch reach advantage. Let's get it back to the veteran voice of the Octagon, Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC welterweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a mixed martial artist holding a professional record, 16 wins, 5 losses. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in at 171 pounds. Fighting out of Brussels, Belgium, presenting the former Strikeforce welterweight champion, Tarek Sponge Saffiedine. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a mixed martial artist holding a professional record, 21 wins, 3 losses, 1 draw, 1 no contest. He stands 6 feet 2 inches tall, weighing in at 171 pounds. Fighting out of Busan, South Korea, presenting the number 9 ranked welterweight contender in the world, the Stun Gun, Dong Hyun Kim. And when the action begins, our referee in charge, John McCarthy.
Big John McCarthy, our referee. Vanessa, Chrissy, Ariane, Brittany, all here for the return of Ronda Rousey, UFC 207.
You ready? You ready? Get up.
Here we go. Black trunks for Tarek Saffiedine, white trunks for the southpaw, Dong Hyun Kim. And they exchange right away.
Saffiedine is very rarely out of position. He seems very disciplined with his movement and striking. Whereas Dong Hyun Kim will jump on you. Saffiedine trying to hit a sweep there, but I don't know if he wants to get into a grappling exchange with the very talented judoka, Dong Hyun Kim. Beautiful trip. Look at that.
Quick transition to the back as well. Dong Hyun Kim uses a lot of catch wrestling techniques, but right now Saffiedine trying to drag him down to the mat. Oh, look at at that. Beautiful recovery.
Absolutely. There's the judo you were speaking of.
Nice knee there by Saffiedine. Saffiedine very aggressive in this fight, Mike.
Saffiedine fought Rory McDonald back in 2014, was out for a while with injury, and then went to where he trained. TriStar MMA, Joe was mentioning for us a hobby earlier.
Well, he spent a lot of time with Dan Henderson.
Yeah, about 8 years.
Learning the takedowns and takedown defense that was critical to his success. You know, started off as an amateur kickboxer, and as he got into MMA, it was critical to learn those takedown skills and defensive skills in order to utilize those kickboxing techniques that he's used so well, particularly, as we said, during the Strikeforce welterweight championship fight.
Oh, he ate that jab. Saffiedine will switch his stance back and forth.
Yeah, he will. And again, he's very technical, very, very rarely out of position. And that fight that we were talking about, the Nate Marquardt fight, good right hand over the top. Probably the best fight of his career so far against Marquardt when Marquardt was in his prime.
He just hammered away with those kicks.
He did.
Kim trying to close the distance.
But what a contrast in styles. Kim's so aggressive, hands down, moving forward constantly, wild punches. Saffiedine just trying to find those angles and catch him while he's coming in. Really interesting that he's so confident grappling with Kim.
Anytime they get connected, watch for potential ride, courtesy of the judoka. UFC fans, let your voice be heard. Tell us who you think is winning each fight. Follow us at UFC on Twitter. You score the fight, you see all the results live, see how your vote stacks up.
Good right hand landed there by Saffiedine. Again, this is really kind of what we expected coming in here. A very disciplined Saffiedine and a very wild Dong Hyun Kim. And that's why we thought this would be a great fight. Kim is just so relentless.
Yeah. And finally healthy. He was supposed to fight Neil Magny in August, Gunnar Nelson in November. He's here tonight. Final fight of 2016.
Working to the single here.
Saffiedine looks up at the clock. Clinch game. Good knees. Saffiedine covered up and came in.
Yeah, we've seen I was just going to say, we've seen very few kicks from Saffiedine. There goes one. But that's most likely because of the strategy coming in against this great judoka.
Southpaw. Pressure again by Kim. Neither fighter is taking control of this round number one. They break. Just out of harm's way.
Yeah, just sliding right away. Nice knee there by Saffiedine.
Looking to utilize some Muay Thai.
Again with a trip. Beautiful trip.
Final seconds of the round. Kim and Saffiedine. Tonight's Corner Cam is brought to you by WGN America's original hit series, Outsiders. Season 2 premieres Tuesday, January 24th, only on WGN America.
아니, 지금 봐봐. 얘 클린치 했을 때 발목 받치기 준비했고 얘 지금 쓸빵이다.
Look at this beautiful trip by Tarek Saffiedine. Very nicely done. And here, a big throw by Dong Hyun Kim, but Saffiedine bounced right back up to his feet. There's a nice jab by Kim. And a right hook by Saffiedine. Another beautiful trip.
The The Octagon hits Brooklyn for the first pay-per-view of the year on Saturday, February 11th. UFC 208's main event will crown the inaugural female featherweight champion as former 135-pound champ Holly Holm faces Dutch striking specialist Germaine de Randamie. Brooklyn, New York, Barclays Center, 208 on pay-per-view. Round 2.
Let's see what adjustments Kim makes. I mean, this is his style. Constant pressure, constantly moving forward. And Saffiedine catching with the left hand over the top.
Kim coming out really trying to set a frenetic pace. Stun Gun's been looking for the lead uppercut. Keep an eye out for it.
Good knee to the body there by Saffiedine. But again, very few leg kicks by Saffiedine. Maybe none. I don't recall one in the first round. There's one. It was almost like he was listening.
Dominick Kim rolled away from that one very nicely.
Takedown attempt by Saffiedine. Kim's got a hold of him, though. Saffiedine retreats back up to his feet.
The battle in this first minute of round number 2.
Impressive grappling by Saffiedine, considering who he's fighting. And this is what Kim wants. If he could tie him up, utilize some of that judo.
Once again, they break. Saffiedine in the southpaw stance. Body kick.
Constant pressure by Kim.
Big time.
I mean, he's just walking him down. Look at this. Just never letting him take a break. There's that spinning elbow attempt that we were talking about. He steps in with an elbow.
Good work in the clinch. Well, now by going on Kim, but
yeah,
Saffiedine's been really good in the clinch still.
He has. And there was a good knee and a good punch to the body by Kim.
Hands down, chin up. Going on Kim.
Yeah, just constant.
Yeah. Not what they teach you in the textbook.
No, it's just relentless pressure.
Good knee.
The thing about that pressure, though, it's just so relentless. It wears on you. You just get so tired. This guy's just constantly moving forward, and it's much more difficult to move backward than it is forward. It's a much more natural movement to move forward.
He has certainly been the fighter who has advanced the most, hunting his opponent down. Take a look at the numbers. Nearly 60% for Dong Hyun Kim.
I'd like to see the significant strike numbers.
Again, they clinch. And again, Saffiedine looks to land a knee. Nicely done over the top of the elbow. Here's what you're looking for, Joe.
Yeah, so we see a good advantage by Saffiedine in significant strikes. Even though Kim is moving forward, Saffiedine's the one who's been landing more. There's a good right hand by Kim. There's a good leg kick by Saffiedine. He hit it behind the punch. Nice knee there as well.
Saffiedine takes a look up at the big screen, checks out the time remaining in round number 2.
He's just dealing with the smothering pressure of Kim. Almost gets him down, right back up.
Been a black belt in karate for well over a decade. Let's see if Kim can score from this position. Nicely done by Tarek Saffiedine. Watch for the knees. First Kim. Dong Hyun Kim, Joe, trying to keep that wide base.
Final 20 seconds of the round.
Although Safadine has landed good shots, Mike, he hasn't landed anything that scared Kim or really got his respect. He's landing good shots, but nothing that really hurts him. He's being what we described before, a very technical, cautious fighter. Here's Kim with a left hand over the top. And Safadine with a jab. There's a right hand by Safadine. It's going to be a weird fight to score, particularly because the judges are watching Kim constantly move forward. Even though he's getting hit more, he's absolutely pressing the action.
The unauthorized reproduction or distribution of this copyrighted work is illegal and punishable under law. Getting set for the third and final round. Dong Hyun Kim. Derek Safadine.
Step back, Derek. Step back. Ready. Get up.
5 minutes remain. Right away, Kim scores.
Both guys trading in the center of the octagon. Big uppercut by Kim. Head kick by Safadine. Boy, Kim is swinging for the bleachers.
Watch for the uppercut.
Kids at home, don't fight like this.
Right?
This is not. Don't emulate this style. And for Safadine, this is a real test. To fight a wild guy like this. It really shows you where your defense is at, your movement, your ability to endure.
Counter strike. So they came out with a flurry. And now we're looking at a clinch game and a potential takedown.
Yeah, I can't think of another fighter in this division that fights like Kim. Safadine working really hard to try to pry those hands off of his leg. He tries to hit the switch and he gets free.
Just over a minute into this round, they're back in the center. As Joe mentioned, very tough fight to score.
Well, I would give it to Safadine because I think he's landing more shots, but the judges are looking at a constantly advancing Kim. Just smothering.
Take a look at the numbers again. Safadine better than a 2-to-1 ratio.
And even when Kim gets him down, Safadine springs right back up.
Yeah. Safadine trained 8 years at Team Quest with Dan Henderson. Talked about when he left to go to TriStar, he said it was all good, just needed a change. It was just time for a change. There's no animosity or anything. Midway point of the third and final round.
Good elbow by Safadine on the break.
Over the years, Kim has had a tendency to start fast and fade. Came out swinging here in the third round, but not successful until right now, getting his opponent down. But
again,
right back up.
Is a spring.
Yeah. See if they swing for the fences again.
Nice. Good kick to the body. And again.
And again.
And the knee.
Yep. Muay Thai 101 here. Both fighters exhausted. A lot of grappling. A lot of battling for position in this fight. Off the forearm of Kim. It doesn't mean it's not effective.
Another knee. It separates. Good footwork there by Saffiedine.
He's been really good in the clinch.
Yeah, and really impressive considering who he's fighting.
Right.
Kim is so good with his takedowns. Look at this. Saffiedine working very hard for a takedown. But Kim turns it around on him, but Saffiedine holding on to that right leg and gets right back up to his feet.
40 seconds, clinch again.
What a grueling fight.
Big time.
And you can see it in Saffiedine's face and Kim's face when they break. These guys are just draining the gas tank here. And this is the type of fight you're really going to learn a lot about yourself in. Particularly Saffiedine with this switch to TriStar. Kim hit it. Look at this. Kim's got his back.
10 seconds away from being in the hands of the judges.
Saffiedine right back up to his feet. Massive scramble. Kim on top at the end of the round.
They go the distance. Dong-Hyun Kim and Tarek Saffiedine. Fight replay brought to you by Budweiser. This Bud's for you.
And there's the takedown by Dong-Hyun Kim, and Saffiedine scrambles right back up to his feet. A lot of striking exchanges here. There's a good right hand by Kim. Good uppercut there by Kim. There's a good kick to the body by Tarek Saffiedine.
All right, let's check out how the fans around the world voted at their home or wherever they're watching this pay-per-view. You can vote at UFC on Twitter. Very close amongst the millions watching. Slight edge for Tarek Saffiedine. Dong-Hyun Kim hoping that he has made it 3 straight. Saffiedine wanting to get back to his winning ways. Time for our official decision, brought to you by Metro PCS. Get a fast nationwide 4G LTE network for only $30 period. Wireless figured out. Once again, Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. Len Trober scores the contest 30-27, Saffiedine. Jeff Moen has it 29-28, Kim. And Derek clearly scores the contest 29-28 for the winner by split decision, the Stun Gun, Dong-Hyun Kim.
Close fight, split decision victory for the Stun Gun, Dong-Hyun Kim.
What was interesting is what we were saying, Mike. It's so hard to judge because Kim is constantly moving forward.
Look at this, Joe. Most wins in welterweight history. Tarek Saffiedine's training partner, the former champion George St. Pierre. The Hall of Famer Matt Hughes with 16 in his career. Koscheck 14, and now Dong-Hyun Kim with his 13. There he is, the California Kid, Uriah Faber. What a moment in Sacramento, his final fight. Valentina Shevchenko getting ready to be in a main event. Hannibal Buress, the comedian, is here. Everybody ready to watch the return of Ronda Rousey.
I don't know what he's doing with his hands there.
I am very uncertain as well. Tonight's Locker Room Camp, sponsored by IconicFaceoff.com. The UFC's social gaming partner. Real friends, real prizes, real time. The former champion
TJ Dillashaw defended his title twice. His only 2 losses have come by split decision. Joe, he is all about movement. Lineker, all about power and body shot.
This kid's a freak. I mean, a real weird outlier in his power and in his chin. Just moves forward and throws bombs. Big looping haymaker punches that seem like he's got bricks in his hands. For TJ Dillashaw, it's all about getting away from those, landing shots and not being there for the counter shots and avoiding the rush. Because Lineker just digs forward and rips shots to the body and the head. And they're wide looping punches. Stylistically, this is a very, very intriguing fight.
So that fight coming up next and later tonight, one of the UFC's biggest stars, Ronda Rousey, takes center stage. The former champion, which changed the face of the UFC, is a flag bearer for women in all of sport and keeps on proving that strong is beautiful.
Don't hate me because I'm strong. Strong is beautiful. I'm not one without the other. People call me Miss Man. They call me savage. But if you think fierce can't be feminine, I'm about to show you what only a strong woman can do. Strong is beautiful.
That is our main event later tonight. Ronda Rousey and Amanda Nunes. Take a look at these fighter rankings, sponsored by EA Sports UFC 2. Get up to 75% off for a limited time on the Xbox One and PlayStation consoles. Of course, our co-main is Cruz and Garbrandt, but the former champion TJ Dillashaw, #1 ranked as a bantamweight in the UFC. Lineker, #2.
Well, it's a very close and very tight division with excellent fighters in it. TJ, of course, lost that very close decision to Dominick, then beat Raphael Assunção, and now he has an opportunity to advance further by beating John Lineker, who is, in my opinion, one of the most dangerous guys in the division. He just hits so much harder than the average 135-pound person.
So far, perfect. 4-0 since moving to 135 pounds. So before Dominick Cruz and Cody Garbrandt battle it out for the belt, John Lineker and TJ Dillashaw will look to make a statement that they deserve the next crack at the crown. Top contenders in the bantamweight division, former world champion TJ Dillashaw faces Brazilian knockout artist John Lineker tonight in a bout that both hope will not only finish 2016 with a bang, but that will propel the winner into a world championship fight next year.
Essa noite eu tenho que nocautear o TJ Dillashaw e mostrar pro UFC que eu tô pronto para lutar com o campeão.
I'm more motivated, I'm the better athlete, I put more work into this, and it's just my destiny to get back to my belt, man, to prove I'm the best.
But after defeating Raphael Assunção at UFC 200, the former champion knows that a win over the hard-hitting Lineker could cement his place in line for a crack at the winner of tonight's co-main event.
Winning against John Lineker could mean that I'm fighting for the title again, get back my belt.
Expecting to put a sizable dent in the title ambitions of TJ Dillashaw tonight is John Hands of Stone Lineker, a former flyweight standout who is better than ever at 135 pounds, where he is unbeaten in 4 straight fights since moving to the division, with wins over Francisco Rivera, Rob Font, Michael McDonald, and John Dodson, thrilling fans from Curitiba to Sioux Falls.
Com certeza a minha agressividade, a minha vontade de vencer o tempo todo, com certeza essa é a diferença de mim para ele. A minha mão pesada, que com certeza se pegar vai cair.
you before, he's a real outlier. Very unusual power and very unusual chin. Rob Font, who fought him, said that he hit him with one of the hardest uppercuts he's ever hit anybody with, and Lineker walked right through it. And it's that chin, as well as that punching power, that makes him unbelievably unique. Because it's not just the power, it's his ability to absorb shots, stand right in the pocket, and blast guys out. And we saw that in his bantamweight debut against Francisco Rivera, who's a very talented bantamweight, a very good striker. And Francisco decided to just trade with Lineker and stand right in front of him, and it was wild and crazy for as long as it lasted.
He's won 6 straight, 10 of his last 11 fights. It's amazing how many times Lineker has fought professionally at just 26 years old. 29 wins, Joe, just 7 setbacks.
And for the longest time, he was considered to be one of the most promising guys at flyweight, but just could not make that weight anymore. And there was a lot of concerns, like what's going to happen when he moves up to 35? He's going to have that power. Turns out, yes, and maybe even more so.
Going to look to score his biggest victory ever when he attempts to take down the former champ.
This is one of the most interesting fights to me on this card, because you've got a guy in TJ Dillashaw that is as agile and as mobile as it gets, second only to Dominick Cruz, particularly in this division, right? And is capable of knocking guys out. It's knocked out Renan Barão twice, knocked out Joe Soto. And he's more of an accumulation striker, but knocked down Renan Barão with one punch in the first round that made a huge difference in that fight. So TJ can crack, he can move, he's got sensational cardio, and he has the confidence that comes with being the former champion.
If you ask him, Joe, he will tell you he didn't think he lost that fight. And it was a razor-sharp and a razor-close split decision. He wants to fight Dominick Cruz again, or he'll fight Cody Garbrandt. But the real story about TJ Dillashaw is getting by a very unique challenge tonight and having a chance in 2017 to be the champ again. Tail of the tape for this bantamweight fight, brought to you by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. TJ Dillashaw, he's taller than John Lineker, who is just 5'3", everything else virtually identical. Here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC Bantamweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a striker holding a professional record, 29 wins, 7 losses. He stands 5'3" tall, weighing in at 135 pounds. Fighting out of Ronda Rousey, presenting the number 2 ranked bantamweight contender in the world, of Stone Lineker. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a Bantamweight Thai fighter, holding a professional record, 14 wins, 3 losses. He stands 5'6" and 1/2 inches tall, weighing in at 136 pounds. Fighting out of Denver, Colorado, presenting the number 1 ranked bantamweight contender in the world, and the former UFC Bantamweight Champion, TJ Dillashaw! And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Herb Dean.
The veteran Herb Dean, our referee. The beautiful Brittany, UFC 207. TJ Dillashaw, John Lineker.
Ready to fight? Ready. Good.
Here we go. Blue trunks for Dillashaw. He's got a lot of great movement. Black trunks for Lineker.
Look for footwork and movement versus bombs. right away with the head kick.
Dillashaw working his striking over the last few years with Bang Ludwig. They've really built a great relationship.
Yeah, he is his star pupil, and you could really see a drastic improvement in his game since he started working with him. Lineker holding on to the front headlock here.
And they break.
TJ very loose, throwing a lot of kicks, and that could possibly be because he wants to stay on the outside of those big punches. Lineker, who is much more of a puncher than he is a kicker.
And he will dig in with the hooks to the body as viciously as anybody in MMA today. Head
TJ
kick
again, going with that head kick, going high. Oh, no. He went with the up kick, but it was illegal there. And Lineker complained.
Play continues. Again with a kick.
And TJ just laughed in his face. But you see the difference. The dexterity of his kicks is just not nearly as good as his punches.
Third camp in Denver, full-time camp since October 2015 for the former champion.
Good uppercut there by TJ.
Yeah, it's nice.
Oh, good kick by TJ as well. TJ throwing a lot of kicks in this fight and really looking a lot for that left high kick, Mike. It could be that he's patterned that Lineker when he gets ready to throw that bomb. Look at that beautiful takedown by TJ. Perfect timing.
Explosive.
Lightning fast. Got him on his back here.
Dillashaw, the former champion, of course, defended that title twice. This fight, 3 5-minute rounds.
So Lineker holding on here in half guard. Lineker trying to elevate him. TJ might set up a Darce here, pushing the arm through that has the underhook, the left arm. Now Lineker gets that free. TJ on top, controlling the position. Lineker pushing up on the chin of TJ, trying to create some space.
Dillashaw has a good wrestling pedigree, 3-time NCAA qualifier, Cal State Fullerton. Looking to transition and do some damage here.
And also looking to drain the gas tank of Lineker. Get him to grapple, burn him out, burn his muscles out, take away some of that explosive power.
Postured up, and he scores.
And Lineker trying desperately to get back up to his feet, but TJ holding on to him, flattens him out again.
Really good pressure.
Yeah, beautiful pressure and beautiful control by TJ Dillashaw.
Couple hammer fists, and a couple more.
And look for the knee on the break.
Good work by the former champ. 90 seconds remain here in our first round.
A lot of feints by TJ. Showing him a lot of looks. He's going for that kick again. And I think because Lineker, when he goes to throw bombs, he will drop his hands. And that might be something that TJ's pattern. Look at that beautiful step-in right hand by TJ. Good inside kick. Lineker looking to rip to the body here.
One of those body shots can be a fight changer.
It could be a life changer.
Amen.
Good kick to the body by TJ. Front kick as well.
Check. Lot of kicks.
Yeah, he's staying on the outside away from those punches. Good strategy by TJ. Oh, that's where he's got to be careful. Well, he clipped him on the right hand on the way out with a big smile on his face. All right, this crowd loves it.
T-Mobile Arena, Las Vegas, Nevada. A battle and throw late in round one.
Good front kick to the body to end the round. Very good round for the former champion.
Tonight's Corner Cam brought to you by WGN America's new series, original hit series, Outsiders. Season 2 premiere Tuesday, January 24th, only on WGN America.
Hey, when you get him wanting to slug like that, right? You know the dump's going to be right there, right? That was great grappling. Yes, sir.
I want you to transfer this fight. Come on, man.
A luta toda baseada naquilo que a gente fez é quadril. Você viu o quadril mexendo baixo de encontro. Que ele só faz isso o tempo todo. Ele vai querer soltar a perna,
He's going to lose this leg. You can indeed get him.
Lineker perfect as a bantamweight inside the octagon.
Behind the back, please.
Dillashaw wants to put himself in prime position for the next shot at the belt. Round 2. Here's the body shot.
Good takedown again by TJ. Lineker striking from the bottom here.
He's got a high level of athleticism.
Oh, he's got his back, but he doesn't have control of him. Lost the position.
They are back up.
TJ is a wild dude. It's fun to watch.
Well, when your dad's nickname is Hazardous, as in Hazardous Hal, you can see why TJ approaches the fight game like he does.
Yeah, he said his whole family's crazy competitive. They were driving home from places they'd all race.
Mom Janice, brother Casey, wife Rebecca.
And Lineker is throwing these big bombs from the outside, but TJ just sliding away from him for the most part. But all it takes is one.
Dillashaw was an 8-1 underdog when he beat Henan Barao.
Oh, beautiful. I was just going to say he would adjust that because he went high, Lineker blocked it, and then he landed that one beautifully to the body. And there's a takedown again. What timing. Just sensational timing.
And the feint stroke.
Yes. Everything. The movement, the feints, and his adjustment there. Throwing that body kick, catches it on the arm, and then he goes down low.
Takedowns thus far, 3 for 3 for TJ Dillashaw. Born in Angels Camp, California, now lives in Denver, Colorado.
And that, of course, will absolutely help him with his endurance. Training at elevation, at team elevation. And what a great gym those guys have got up there.
The leader, Lee Strabolin, got a good stable of fighters, that's for sure. Dillashaw trying to stay busy. Lineker trying to stall the offensive attack here.
Yeah, he managed to slightly posture up, but you know, he's really muscling it. He's using a lot of effort to get up.
Good
TJ's
elbows.
smashing him with elbows here. They're talking to each other.
But does Lineker speak English?
I don't know. Maybe a few swear words.
Probably right. TJ, I don't think he speaks the Portuguesa.
Good hard shots.
Now he's postured up, Joe.
And he's controlling him here. So he's able to really elevate and get that. Now, Lineker is trying to go for a knee bar here. But in doing so, he's committing both arms. He's not going to be able to defend these punches. And TJ recognizes that and then tries to move to mount. Almost. Yep, he's got mount now. Full mount.
A lot of time on the clock.
Good scramble there.
Yeah, he slid back nicely.
But TJ still on top, in control, and dropping punches on him. Huge disparity in punches landed.
A lot of damage done on the ground, and 79 plus all of these.
Yeah, he's hammering him here. Boy, this is a dominant performance by TJ, and the most that anybody has ever done to Lineker. And Gaudino submitted him, Bagatinov beat him, but the Lineker of the last couple of years has been pretty sensational, and TJ's just running over him.
More punches and bunches here on the ground. Lineker trains at home in Brazil, also has spent some time at American Top Team.
TJ is able to completely control him on the ground and take him down every single time he's attempted to do so. And he's just beating him up on the ground. He went for a slashing elbow there.
Lineker in full defense mode. There's that elbow you were talking about.
Smashing him with these elbows. Yep. Lineker's in trouble. He's in trouble, Mike. I mean, the kid's got an amazing chin, but he's taken an ungodly amount of punishment in this round.
And more to come.
And he's not doing a good job defensively at all. He's sort of relying on his chin.
Final 10 seconds. Lineker trying to survive.
Big, big round for TJ Dillashaw. There's a beautiful body kick. And remember, he set that up by going to the arms first. And there's sensational takedowns by TJ. And here's some nasty ground and pound as well. Lineker did a terrible job of defending himself on the ground, of tying TJ up and controlling the posture. TJ just rained shots down on him. Big elbow.
Yeah. Oh, you're gonna see his face is bumped. Make sure you stay heavy on the leg when he's going for it, right? You did it perfect. You did nothing wrong. Perfect.
On Sunday, January 15th, UFC Fight Night gets started on UFC Fight Pass with 5 fan-pleasing fights in the featured bout. Jocelyn Jones-Leibarger faces Taekwondo black belt Nina Ansaroff in a strawweight clash. The UFC Fight Night action from Phoenix gets started on Fight Pass. 6 in the East, 3 in the West. The main event, Yair Rodriguez and BJ Penn.
And TJ opens up the front kick to the chest.
Lineker's got that right arm tucked tightly on his rib cage. Dillashaw used a lot of movement like that when he shoots.
Nasty kick to the body there by TJ.
Dillashaw perfect 3 for 3. And putting Lineker on his back.
But this has been a master class in footwork and movement from the former champion. He went up high there again. Now, once he's done that, watch him during the next setup, maybe throw a feint and go to the body. It's a pattern he's been showing in this fight. Boom. Takedown off the punch.
We've watched TJ fight a ton, Joe. It's like he's taken his athleticism to another level.
And he's also better than he's ever been before.
Yeah.
I mean, TJ is a 30-year-old man. He's continuing to get better. And under the tutelage of Dwayne Ludwig, I mean, he's only been with him for a few years. He just continues to grow and grow every year.
Long-time team alpha male fighter. Former champion. Personal best 4 takedowns in this fight.
Again, we've seen Lineker lose before, but we've never seen him get completely shut off. I mean, he's just been completely ineffective in this fight. Look, he's plodding forward, and TJ stands right in front of him. Look at that, bang. Catches him with counters.
Bang, I see what he did there.
Oh, I didn't mean to. It was a total unintentional pun. Look at that, beautiful timing in that takedown. It's almost like they're on 2 different speeds. It's like one's a 78 and one's a 45. TJ on top again. Just totally dominant once he gets it to the ground. Lineker is just trying to muscle his way back up and does a terrible job of defending himself in the process.
Past the midway point, 3rd and final round. Nearly 6 minutes of top position to TJ Dillashaw.
I think in Lineker's case, you're looking at a guy who has some very unique physical gifts. His chin and his punching power. But because of that, he hasn't developed his overall game, whereas TJ has. TJ just has so many more options, and he's exploiting the weaknesses in Lineker's game masterfully. And this is what MMA is all about.
Constant evolution of the sport and of the fighters around the world.
And this is, arguably, other than the Hen Barrow fights, the best we've ever seen TJ.
He's just different. He's a different best tonight because he has spent time continuing to improve on a daily basis.
Look at this. He's going for a leg lock. He's going for a calf crank here. It's a tough thing to get people to tap with. It just hurts. He's a calf slicer here. Boy, he's cranking on it. But he's got to be careful he doesn't get hammer fisted here.
Trying to control the arm now.
He is trying to control the arm. They're in a grappling exchange, and Lineker might wind up on top. Ooh, missed a punch on the break.
Dillashaw knew he didn't have it. Wanted to get out of danger and back to his feet, and he did. 40 seconds. That one stopped.
Oh, vicious body shots by Lineker. Still has the power in the third round.
Those game changers needed to happen a lot earlier.
I don't know, Mike. Those are hard shots.
15 seconds.
TJ's moving away. Flying knee attempt. Lineker with an overhand left.
10 now, Joe.
Another one to the body.
TJ Dillashaw, outstanding performance.
Just a bull versus matador. Beautiful display by TJ Dillashaw, the former champion.
Fight replay brought to you by Budweiser. This Bud's for you.
And there's that nasty kick to the body by TJ Dillashaw. And they're talking to each other. We don't know what he said, but TJ said, "Here, eat my fist." There's a punch and a beautiful takedown right off of it. He hit that so many times in this fight. Nasty ground and pound by TJ. It's a beautiful performance by the former champion. And here's Lineker at the end of the fight. Eats a shot on the chin. I mean, that chin that he has is one of his best attributes. I mean, TJ hammered him with punches and elbows, and you can kind of barely tell when you're looking at Lineker right now. He's really freakish in that regard.
Joe, just be like, hey, who's dominating that motherfucker like that? Only me. Give me my shot.
Elliot Marshall, one of his coaches, former UFC.
TJ, please. TJ, stand tall.
Time for our official decision, brought to you by Metro PCS. Get a fast nationwide 4G LTE network for only $30 period. Wireless figured out once again. Here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. All 3 judges score this contest 30-26 for the winner by unanimous decision, TJ Dillashaw.
Dillashaw with a 10-8 round, which went in his favor, and a dominant performance here tonight.
I'm here with the winner and former champion, TJ Dillashaw. That was a masterclass in MMA. It was beautiful footwork and movement and takedowns, and you mixed everything up unpredictably. Were you surprised, though, at the amount of punishment that guy can take?
Yeah, I knew he was tough, but after that, it was kind of ridiculous, man. My elbow hurts from elbowing him. That calf splicer was deep. I mean, that hurt. I know it's going to hurt tomorrow.
Well, you hit him with some ferocious ground and pound and controlled all the grappling exchanges. How happy are you with your performance here tonight?
Very happy, man. No one's dominated him like that before. I fought him very smart, showed some Fullerton wrestling in there. First and foremost, I need to thank Dwayne Ludwig. He puts more work into me than anybody ever has. He is dedicated to the sport, and I love him. Thank you, Muscle Farm, Elevation Fight Team, Lisa Boy, and Elliot Marshall. I got the best coaches in the world, and thank you, Mustafa, for making it happen. I want my belt. That's my belt. Dominick Cruz is a bitch. He's running for me. That's the second #2 guy I just beat. I'm fighting title fights in here. He's fighting 6 and 8. I'm fighting the #1 contenders. He's running. That's my belt. He knows he won it. He knows I won it. That's mine. I want it back.
You are going to have a close eye on the co-main event of the evening tonight where your former teammate, Cody Garbrandt, faces Dominick Cruz. Give us your thoughts on that fight.
You know, it's a tough fight. Cody's a tough kid. Real quick, up-and-comer, I think he's coming a little bit too fast, though. I think Cruz is going to outsmart him, use that footwork like he always does. But, man, I don't care who it is. I want that belt. And Cruz, I know you're scared. I know you're picking these fights. If I don't get the next title fight, we all know this shit is rigged. I want my belt back.
Congratulations on an outstanding performance. TJ Dillashaw, ladies and gentlemen.
TJ Dillashaw, Tommy James, very fired up, and justifiably so. What a magical performance. Dominant against none other than John Lineker. All right, this look at our upcoming fighters is sponsored by EA Sports UFC 2. Get up to 75% off for a limited time on the Xbox One and PlayStation consoles. Dominick Cruz set to fight Cody Garbrandt, who is 1-0 with 9 wins by knockout, 7 in the first round. So still to come are 2 title fights. But first, check out this sneak peek of WGN America's original series, Outsiders. Season 2 premieres Tuesday, January 24th at 9, 8 Central, only on WGN America.
The war for the mountain is just beginning.
Is what's gonna bring back up here.
And I didn't know I was gonna have to fight when fighting came to me. Outsiders season premiere next Tuesday at 9 on WGN America.
When Holly Holm faces Germaine de Randamie for the inaugural UFC Women's Featherweight Championship, you have arguably the 2 most decorated strikers to ever compete in mixed martial arts. In Holly Holm, you have an 18-time world boxing champion, and Germaine de Randamie is 46-0 in Muay Thai and a 10-time world Muay Thai champion. This should be an outstanding fight between 2 elite strikers. For the first time in Holly Holm's mixed martial arts career, she has lost 2 fights in a row and has decided that the best division for her is 145 pounds. She believes that she was depleting her body too much to make the 135-pound bantamweight division. Germaine de Randamie feels exactly the same way.
And again, she's gonna finish it right here.
When you look at them stylistically, this is an incredibly unique fight. It's a chance to see 2 world-class strikers compete in mixed martial arts, and to see 2 women fight for a historical first UFC women's featherweight title. It's a chance for Germaine de Randamie to rise out of the shadows, for Germaine de Randamie to show the type of success that she had in Muay Thai, to show that skill in mixed martial arts. And for Holly Holm, it's a chance to rebound off of the first time she's ever lost 2 fights in a row inside the octagon. It's a very important fight for Holly Holm, a very important fight for Germaine de Randamie, and absolutely a very important fight for the UFC, because it is the first time 2 women will be competing for the featherweight title. That's a big fight. It's a big fight. It will be the historic first women's featherweight title ever. Holly Holm versus Germaine de Randamie for the UFC featherweight title. Derek Lewis versus Travis Brown, which is a very exciting heavyweight fight. And Dustin Poirier returns against Jim Miller, Wilbur Teixeira, and Jared Cannonier. Should be a great card.
We're going to find out who will be the very first women's featherweight champion in Brooklyn at UFC 208. All right, take a look at these fighter rankings, sponsored by EA Sports UFC 2. Get up to 75% off for a limited time on the Xbox One and PlayStation consoles.
Well, there was a big statement made tonight by TJ Dillashaw, for sure. That was a spectacular performance, just completely neutralizing John Lineker. And we got to see what kind of a chin John Lineker has. That was just absolutely freakish. But right now, the important fight is what we're going to see. Cody Garbrandt versus Dominick Cruz. I think that Cody Garbrandt is the most dangerous foe that Dominick Cruz has ever faced inside the octagon. With his ability to shut the lights out with one shot, his footwork, speed, and movement. And I can't wait to see what happens next.
Well, tonight, Cody Garbrandt is indeed the next threat to Dominick Cruz's throne. The champion who lost nearly 5 years of his prime to injury. Everything he had earned was completely taken away. But now he is back. And Dominick Cruz is better than ever. Never lost the title inside the octagon. Unbeaten.
Now you disrespected me before I even knew who you were. I didn't even know who he was.
And this is a guy that's been constantly talking in the media, just disrespecting me. You know damn well you know who I am, Dominic. I can't wait to lock horns with him, you know, and show you who your daddy is.
You can be a host to God or a hostage to your ego. Every single person on that team is a hostage to their own ego.
I won't shake.
Dominick Cruz will be facing the most destructive knockout artist he has ever fought in his entire career. Cody Garbrandt fights with an intensity and a fury that is rarely seen in the bantamweight division.
I'm a different fighter than he's ever faced. I'm a hybrid fighter since the beginning, the new generation of the fighters that are coming through.
Oh, huge right hand! Almeida's out! Cody Garbrandt by knockout!
But he is facing a champion that is so incredibly unique and revolutionary. When you break it down move for move, no one competes the way Dominick Cruz does.
I have so many different skill sets in this thing that if your game plan is to knock me out, you're already lost. A one-dimensional fighter like him is not going to beat me.
When that door closes, he's got to be careful. I'm one punch away from turning his lights off.
Oh, my, rocked him! Looking for the finish!
I'm a man of my word, you know, you're going to speak ill and disrespect me. You plan on breaking his jaw in there.
I'm going to break your jaw. I'm going to show you who your daddy is for real. You can't handle everything with brute strength like a meathead. You have to use tactics. He has no tactic.
I just look forward to beating up more alpha fails.
Me being an alpha male guy, I'm a team alpha fail that he just beaten every alpha male guy. I'm a different beast.
He's just so angry. He's just a mess.
Dominick Cruz will not beat me. I'm a born, bred fighter. And this is my destiny to be a world champion.
I beat the guy that taught you everything you know, badly. What do you think I'm gonna do to you?
Challenger, 10-0, 25-year-old Cody Garbrandt, walking out with his friend, his dear friend, Maddox, who's been fighting cancer, Joe. Every time Cody Garbrandt comes out, he brings Maddox. This the biggest time for Maddox to experience it. Cody said, if I win the belt, I'm going to give the real one to him, and I'll give myself a plastic one. Wow. Pretty awesome. Cody Garbrandt steps into our Geico prep point. Geico, 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
That's pretty intense, man. I just welled up.
Yeah.
This is a huge moment for Cody Garbrandt. He looks focused. He looks very intense. And this is what you see from him in every fight. I mean, this kid is born for this. He loves it. And this is the big moment for him. The big question is going to be whether he's going to be able to catch Dominick Cruz, whether he's going to be able to get past that insane footwork and movement. And if he can, we're going to see some fireworks.
Small-town kid, grew up in the Buckeye State, Ohio. 6,000 residents in his town. His brother Zach, they both like wrestling, and then Uncle Robert introduced him to boxing, even though his mom didn't want him to. Very decorated amateur boxer, Joe, 32-1 record. And his seminal moment, which now climaxes here tonight, was when he knocked off Thomas Almeida.
It was a huge, huge fight for him because Almeida was one of those guys that people thought had all the potential to be a future champion. He showed knockout power, showed the ability to overcome adversity, but Cody Garbrandt swarmed him and destroyed him quick. And then followed that up with another annihilation of Takeya Mitsugaki, and he's just peaking right now.
Cody Garbrandt, 10-0, 9 wins by knockout, 7 in the first round, looking to win the belt.
Dominick Cruz.
Suffice to say, Cruz is the greatest bantamweight that has ever existed. In the sport, 8 bantamweight belts. Beat Joseph Benavidez twice. Beat Uriah Faber twice. Beat TJ Dillashaw. And now he gets Team Alpha Male's rapidly rising star.
Don't forget the greatest pound-for-pound fighter in the world, Demetrius Mighty Mouse Johnson. I think looking at Dominick Cruz and looking at what he does inside the octagon, he's a truly unique individual. And the only one who moves even remotely with that kind of dexterity and movement is TJ Dillashaw, who in many ways has kind of patterned his movement off of Dominick Cruz. But Dominick is just in a class by himself. And when you listen to his fight breakdowns and his analysis of matches, you understand what's going on. This guy's a genius. I mean, he knows so much about fighting, and he has studied it so deeply. The question is going to be, though, does he have the skills to get away from the lightning-fast hands and explosive power of Cody Garbrandt?
January of this year was when he beat TJ Dillashaw. Dillashaw was the 5th title fight in which Cruz's opponent was a Team Alpha Male fighter. Reunited with his first boxing coach, Carl Penalotis, revered in the Philippines. He said, if your game plan is to knock me out, you've already lost. Longest winning streak of any UFC champion. Our tale of the tape for this title fight, brought to you by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. The champion, 6 years the elder of the challenger, and Dominick Cruz will have the reach advantage. For the official introductions, Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout is presented by Paramount Pictures and Revolution Studios' new movie, Triple X, Return of Xander Cage, in theaters everywhere, January 20th. And IconicFaceoff.com, the UFC social gaming partner. Real friends, real prizes, real time. And now, this fight is 5 rounds for the UFC Bantamweight Championship of the World. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a freestyle fighter holding an undefeated professional record, 10 wins, no losses. He stands 5 feet 8 inches tall, weighing in at 135 pounds, fighting out of Sacramento, California, presenting the number 5 round Champion, fighting out of the red corner, a boxer and a wrestler. Only professional record, 22 wins, 1 loss. He stands 5 feet 8 inches tall, weighing in at 135 pounds. Fighting out of San Diego, California, presenting the former WEC Bantamweight Champion and the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC Bantamweight Champion of the world, Dominick the Dominator Cruz.
All right, gentlemen, we're going to lose in the back. Protect yourself at all times. Obey my commands at all times. I want you to fight hard, but fight clean. You want to touch gloves, touch them now. Good luck. Stay back.
Nope, not happening. Cruz said the fight starts the second the person starts trash talking me. This fight started a long time ago. Dominick Cruz, Cody Garbrandt, Bantamweight title on the line. Big John McCarthy. Here we go. The champion in the black trunks, the challenger in the blue trunks.
Dominick with a good right hand right off the bat. And that weird, awkward style that he has of bobbing and weaving and moving side to side. Constantly switching stances. Very difficult puzzle to solve.
Cruz has lost only 1 time in his entire career. That was at 145 against Uriah years ago in the WEC.
Look at this.
Yep.
Cody Garbrandt right away attacking those legs. And TJ Dillashaw had good success in his fight with Dominick Cruz doing that.
The animosity went to the next level this week.
But one of the things that I wanted to see in this fight was whether or not Cody Garbrandt would be out of sorts, whether he would be too emotional. He does not appear to be. He seems loose and relaxed, and he's fighting very well. Look at this. He's mocking Dominick.
We talked about the emotional side of it earlier, Jeff.
But so far, he seems very composed. Not just composed, but calm and collected and doing well. And he just caught Dominick.
Garbrandt
again.
Second 5-round fight of his young career.
And again.
Yep. Left hand on the chin of the champion.
Good leg kick there by the champion.
Garbrandt's first 5-round fight didn't last very long. He knocked out Thomas Almeida 2 minutes and 53 seconds. A little love for no love.
I see what you did there. Oh, good movement there by Cruz. And then again by Garbrandt. And we know that Cody Garbrandt has never fought a guy like Dominick Cruz and has never fought 5 hard rounds with a guy like Dominick Cruz. And if this fight does go into the 4th and 5th round, that could get very interesting.
Dom has done it so many times in his career and been so successful.
Good kick to the body by Garbrandt, a good sprawl as well. And he said that one hurt. Nice leg kick as well, and then he's mocking him. This is very interesting. He's giving Dominick Cruz a taste of his own medicine when it comes to the trash talk as the fight's going on, and he's being very successful in this round.
We're a long way away from it. But Cruz is 8-0 in 5-round fights that go the distance.
Good head movement by Cody Garbrandt and mocking Dominick Cruz.
Garbrandt is one of those rapidly rising stars who doesn't understand he's not supposed to lose to this guy.
Look at this sprawl. Beautiful sprawl by Garbrandt.
Right back up his Cruz.
Reverse the position.
3 first-round finishes for Garbrandt here in 2016.
Garbrandt light on his feet here, and that's what he needs to be. Can't get planted, can't be one-dimensional, and he can't be predictable. Good inside kick by the champion.
Shin on
good
shin.
Right hand by Cody. Yeah. Ooh, good jab by Dominick, and a good left by Dominick as well.
Regardless of what Cody does, you know, mock him, get a little moxie out there, if you will, Dominick Cruz is going to fight his fight. And Cody's going to try to do a little mental damage here in round one as well. Nice
takedown by Cody, well timed.
Ducked under nicely, and another scramble.
Staying on the back, and a nice knee on the break. Beautiful job by Cody Garbrandt. Outstanding timing in that takedown. A lot of questions being answered by Cody.
Good start for the challenger against the man who's never lost at 135.
That was a big round for the challenger.
Deep breath. Nice thing. There you go. Deep breath. Chris.
You gotta go out.
Deep breath. Give me the ice, Chris. Deep breath, baby. Beautiful round one.
And there's a left hook by Cody Garbrandt.
Take some water. Deep breath. Bring the heart rate down. Let's focus.
And here we see a right hand by Cruz. Excellent movement. And look at that. Beautiful changing of direction and jumping right back in for the takedown by Cody.
When a minute's left, he's coming for the takedown. Let's jab the chest, up jab, swag on him all day, baby.
And we can see this grazing left hand is what cut Cody.
Don't let him get away with it.
Justin Buchholz, his head coach, has cornered 3 world title fights, 27 rounds against that man, Dominick Cruz. He said Cody is fast enough to close and hurt him. Good start for Cody Garbrandt, Joe.
We're not just seeing that, though. We're seeing him being slick.
Yes.
He's not just being fast and hitting hard, but Cody's moving fantastic. His footwork, his timing, that takedown was outstanding.
And he's extremely confident. Dominick Cruz chasing Cody Garbrandt there. Over the top, nice combination.
Good shots by the champion. Dominick does so many of those false starts. Makes it look like he's going to launch in on you and then stops and does it again. So you just really never know when he's coming and when he's not. Oh, good combination by Cody. Oh, and Dominick clipped him. Dominick might have hurt him there, Mike.
Eric Del Fiero's been with Dominick Cruz a long, long time. They're going crazy. Jeremy Stevens in his corner.
And he might have stunned Cody with that shot. Oh, crazy style he has.
We always talk about it. It's like, how do you train for Dominick Cruz when there's nobody that does what Dominick Cruz does?
Yeah, you would have to teach somebody to do that, and they wouldn't be able to do it right.
The closest we have seen, at least thus far, is TJ Dillashaw.
Yeah, and TJ's got his own thing going on for sure.
Yep.
But it's close in terms of the amount that he moves.
Good jab. Don't forget, after our main event, turn on FS1 for the UFC 207 post-fight show. John Anik, Kenny Florian, Michael Bisping, Misha Tate, Megan O'Leary. I'll break it all down FS1, streaming live on Fox Sports Go. Or for those watching in Canada, flip over to TSN.
Good counter right hand there by Cody.
Good kick by Cruz. Tried to follow it up with the hands. Able to slip those punches.
Good kick to the body there by Cody.
Midway point of round 2.
And this explosive style that Cody has, this explosive striking style, it's going to be really interesting to see when we get into the 3rd, 4th, and 5th, how he hangs in there.
Dom out so long, Joni. He talked about how his body is finally back in battle shape, if you will. That it did take a few fights and a lot of training to get back to where he feels he is now, and that's back to normal, if you will.
Really amazing when you think about his comeback. In fact, the guy was out for almost 5 years. There's a left hook by Cody. And he's pointing to the center of the octagon saying, let's meet here.
3 ACL surgeries, a torn groin. And look at him here. Looking to defend his belt again, the belt he never lost in the octagon.
90 seconds, 90 seconds.
Very close matchup. Just like we hoped it would be.
Dominick Cruz gets you thinking. It's one of the things his bizarre footwork and style does. There's a nice kick to the body by Garbrandt. Good combination there as well. He caught that one right on the knee. That could have hurt. That shin slammed right into Cody's knee.
Cody actually tweeted Uriah Faber years ago that he wanted to train with him. Here he is today. Team Alpha Male's finest young star. Avoids the jab.
But Uriah has just done an amazing job of putting together a team that's not just filled with excellent fighters, but a brotherhood and a sisterhood, if you will. They just have amazing camaraderie, and that all trickles down from Uriah. Good kick to the body and a good counter right hand.
15 seconds, body kick again. Round 2.
Dominick with a takedown attempt. Oh,
what a flurry. This is a great fight so far.
Fantastic fight.
Deep breath. Deep breath. Deep breath. He's staying right outside of the reach. You feeling that? We're either gonna have to double up, looking to go 2 under. Double up, I know. Double up, 2 under. 2 under. Don't commit so much, you hit him with the T. 2 under, step in 3, 2. Every now and then disengage at the wall. He's talking shit.
Step deep. Back kicks. Get ready with the overhand when he returns. I want the same combo you knocked out Warren with. 2 kick. He's bent over when he goes southpaw. When you go southpaw, your right hook's there. Keep finding his chest, tear his legs up. Push kicks are there too. Let's stay light on the feet. I want you to come out, show those good wheels, baby. Show that good world-class cardio. We're going into round 3.
Here we see a right hand and a left hand behind it by Garbrandt, right on the jaw. There's a kick by Dominick and a right hand behind it. Justin Buckle, sorry, in the corner calling to see Cody's wheels. He wants to see him light on the feet. And that's one of the things that we saw in the first round. We saw a relaxed Cody. Oh. Head kicked attempt. Oh, he tagged him with that right hand. He tagged him with that left.
Garbrandt scoring early.
He can't wind up here, though.
Cruz is cut.
He is cut.
Cruz is cut over the left eye. Garbrandt caught him here early.
But Cody can't start headhunting now, and he can't wind up. Now that he's tasted blood, literally and figuratively.
Yes, indeed.
He can't wind up now. He's got to go back to what he was doing. We're being told that it was a headbutt that cut him. We could see it. I'll show it to you guys in between rounds, but it was absolutely a headbutt that caused that cut.
The accidental headbutt.
Oh, he tagged him. He tagged him with the right hand.
Again. Garbrandt.
What head movement by Cody. Yeah. Beautiful head movement. And he is talking trash to Dominick and laughing at him. This is awesome. Again, Cody is not the one-dimensional fighter that Dominick Cruz hoped he would be.
90 seconds into round number 3.
He tagged him again.
And again, Garbrandt scoring against the champion.
I would like to see Cody go back to chopping at those legs as well, Mike. Again, that was something that TJ Dillashaw had great success with in their fight.
Yeah. Ohio native Garbrandt against San Diego's Dominick Cruz. My cut doesn't seem to be affecting the vision of Cruz.
Good right hand there by Cruz. Cody all over. Oh, big right hand by Cody.
Let's go, baby!
Dominick wisely back to the center of the octagon.
And Cody keeps pointing to that center of the octagon. Meet me here.
Get that jab going!
Jab, baby, jab!
There's a good inside leg kick by the champ.
Let's get those wheels. Let's get those kicks back.
You hear, let's keep those wheels going. That's Justin Buchholz.
Yeah, they don't want him to get stationary. They don't want him to get flat-footed.
Stand and trade, both willing. And obviously very able. 2 minutes. We got ourselves a fight.
We certainly do. Oh, good count. Oh, he hurt him. He hurt him. He hurt him again with a knee. And Dominick comes forward like a zombie. Look at him. What a chin. Nice jab by Cody.
Yeah, they both jab.
Dominick is getting busted up here, Mike. Oh. Dominick with a left. And a right uppercut.
Oh, look who's avoiding all the damage now.
Yeah, and Cody clipped him with the right.
Great head movement.
There's a good leg kick by the champ.
Duck and roll. Avoid damage. And he's out of the way. Turn the corner nicely.
What a fight.
The champion 12-0 at 135. And a good round. Dominant round for Cody Garbrandt.
Yeah, and a really bad round for Dominick Cruz, not just from the punches that he got hit with, but also from that headbutt.
Dom pushing forward.
And Cody is swinging for the bleachers when he gets those openings. Nice kick by the champ.
Good return by the challenger. Dom's leaning down when Cody kicks, trying to catch that leg. Put him on his back.
Yeah, he might be good left hand by the champion. He might be attempting to try to turn this into a grappling match if he can find some way to get Cody down, because he got clipped bad in that round. We're going to take a look at the headbutt that caused this. There was a couple of punches that landed in the exchange, but it was the head that caused this big cut. That is a nasty cut on the champion's eyebrow.
I need you to get more aggressive with kicks.
Let's take a look at it here. Here's the exchange. Boom, he hits him with the right hand, hurts him there.
You need to be more aggressive. Bite down your mouthpiece, keep your chin down.
And that was where
but I need
it happened.
Flow with your kicks.
That collision of heads right there caused that on the left eyebrow.
Please move in, look for that right
hand. That is nasty.
Oh, my. Wow, that's Marvin Eastman nasty.
He's right where he wants. I want you to come out.
Almost, yeah, almost.
Come out.
Sold out, UFC 207. T-Mobile Arena. Championship rounds. And they're still talking. 1 and 2. Pretty darn close. Conventional wisdom says round 3, Cody Garbrandt. 2 rounds to go.
Good kick by the champ. A good counter punch by Cody.
This is the deepest Cody's ever been in a fight. Fans, keep on voting. We want to see what you think. Follow us at UFC on Twitter.
This is new territory for Cody, but he looks like he's in excellent condition.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem to be a factor at all. And he's also riding high on the momentum of that last round. I like how he keeps switching stances as well, Mike. Boy, they... Oh!
Goodness! Cruz is back up, at least for now.
Cody had him hurt bad and pointed to him like the fight was over and might have missed the opportunity to close the show.
Man, did Dominick Cruz recover quickly.
Yeah, that was
freakish.
Crazy. That's freakish. But again, Cody can't get flat-footed now, and he can't remember what brought him to the dance.
Right.
And Dominick comes with a big left hand off that break.
When you hunt for the knockout, oftentimes you get knocked out. Cody backs up, stays calm, and will engage again.
Well, he's showing excellent composure and looks very collected in there. He's not rushing anything. He's not doing anything dumb.
Round 3 to Garbrandt. Cruz knocked down here in round 4.
Hurt bad. He tagged him again. Straight right hand by Cody with a big smile behind it. Dominick Cruz is now on desperation mode.
Absolutely.
He's got to know he's losing this fight now. And one of the things about Dominick is he's not really a finisher. I mean, he stopped Takeya Mitsugaki in the first round in his rematch fight, swarmed him. Look at this.
Cruz says, bring it. And the crowd loving it.
Footwork and movement. Cody just looks so relaxed in there.
Garbrandt said more than once he has been targeting Dominick Cruz since he was in high school. He knew eventually that he would get a chance to fight Cruz.
Good jab there by the champ.
They're going to bring the belt home to Sacramento. They collide. 90 seconds. Cruz is having an extremely difficult time scoring.
And he keeps talking to him. Nice inside leg kick by the challenger.
Big swing and a miss.
Oh!
And again!
He hurt him bad.
That's 2.
He stunned him again. Dominick's in big trouble.
Finish this fight. One more time.
No one has ever been able to do this to Dominick Cruz.
10 seconds remain in round 4.
Here's the first knockdown. Counter right hand. Beautiful. Beautiful from the southpaw position. Here's another look. Boom.
And punch.
Right on the jaw.
Fucking punch. Let the combinations go wherever it's at with a fucking kick to the head. Look at me. Deep fucking breath. He's got two to three rounds solid down. Deep breath.
And there's another left hand that dropped him.
Set up. Combinations, long combinations.
Mocked him when he was down.
Deep breath. He's staying right outside the range.
Huge round for the challenger.
Looking for a counter. Feint. Long combinations. You heard him when you land. Sit on it. You got him, man. But keep moving. Let it all fucking ride. You got plenty of cardio, not breathing hard.
So does Cruz have to finish him here in the fifth?
I believe he does. I mean, I don't know. Obviously, I was wrong about the Tarek Saffiedine Dong Young Kim fight. I thought Saffiedine won that fight. You never know. I mean, I can't imagine that he's not ahead, though.
And could that be a 10-8 with the multiple knockdown?
It should be.
Yes. 5 minutes remain. Bantamweight belt on the line.
Dominick Cruz might have to finish this fight. But in order to do that, he's got to risk being finished, and Cody has shown ridiculous speed and precision. And he's hurt Dominick multiple times now.
And again,
beautiful kick.
Cruz trying to close distance. Cody just such a spectacular athlete.
Well, also his fundamentals and his technique is so solid. You know, and that's what we're finding about him in this fight, because, you know, this is for the first time he's at a championship level. I mean, we knew that Almeida was good. We didn't know how good. Cody starched him. We knew that Mitsugaki was a very good contender. Cody blasted him out of the water. So now he's fighting the best of the best, and he's dominating him.
Guess his Uncle Robert was right when he introduced him to boxing. 32-1 as an amateur boxer. This fight has been all on the feet. No clinching either. Hit or be hit. That time hit. 3.5.
Good right hand by the champion. Boy, these guys are swinging, Mike. Oh, flying knee attempt.
Caught it. That's Dominick Cruz looking for what he may believe is a much-needed finish, a mandatory finish. Head strikes.
Oh, Jesus. Completely mocking him. Wow.
As brash and outspoken as Cody's been, he's been extremely composed in this fight.
Very composed, very disciplined, and very technical. And I think that might have surprised Dominick. Like this kind of footwork and movement, just sliding right out of the range of things. But he might be getting outworked in this round. And this could be a crucial round in this fight if the scoring is squirrely. We've seen weirder things, have we not?
Yeah, tonight. Under 2. Spin and a miss.
Yeah, Cody can't take this round off, Mike.
Absolutely not.
I mean, you're talking about a championship fight. He can't think that he's already got it in the bag. Nice catch and kick.
90 seconds. 5th and final round. Garbrandt just 25 years old. Ooh. Ducked under.
Just barely missed that spinning back fist.
1 minute left in this fight.
Cody
Garbrandt looks up.
Yep. Yeah. He's feeling it. And Dominick's putting the pressure on him.
Cruz is swinging.
Garbrandt presses him up against the cage here.
Danny Castillo calling for a reshot. 30 seconds. Ticking down. Fifth and final round. Will we have a new champion?
Nice knee on the break by Cody.
Yeah. Will this belt go to Team Alpha Male? 10 seconds. They go the distance.
That was cool to see him hug after that.
Absolutely. They thought about it for a second. It's like, all right, I'll do it.
Yeah. What a fight.
What a fight.
I think we have a new champion.
I agree. Fight replay brought to you by Budweiser. This Bud's for you.
And this is the big headbutt that caused that nasty gash right there. And there's a knockdown. Beautiful right hook by Cody. There's another right hand by Cody. Left hand by Cody. Just a sensational performance by the challenger, Cody Garbrandt.
Here's Buddy Maddox.
Cody, up front.
Time for our official decision. Brought to you by Metro PCS. Get it fast nationwide. 4G LTE network for only $30 period. Wireless figured out. Bruce Buffer with the decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for decision. The judges score the contest 48-46, 48-47, and 48-46 for the winner by unanimous decision and new undisputed UFC Bantamweight Champion of the World, Cody "No Love" Garbrandt.
We have a new champion. Cody Garbrandt. Dominant performance.
Jeezy.
Maddox right
I'm here with the winner and new UFC Bantamweight Champion of the World, Cody Garbrandt. How does that sound?
It sounds amazing. I've been waiting to hear that and visualize that since I was 12 years old, since I first watched the UFC. You know, it's been a great journey. I want to thank everybody that's been a part of it from the beginning till now. And I wouldn't be here without a lot of support from them, and especially this man right here. He really brought faith and redirection in my life. Maddox Maple was 5 years old, diagnosed with leukemia, and fought his ass to be able to walk me down here and for me to finally be able to do this for him.
What is this like for you?
Oh, this is amazing. I've never done this before, and I'm just so excited that he won.
Congratulations to you as well, sir. Cody, this was a fight that had a lot of emotions attached to it. There was so much trash talking. Did that affect you at all coming into the fight, because you seem incredibly composed?
No, I thrive in that environment. You know, that's where I grew up in, fighting. That's all I know. I don't know nothing else but fighting. So, you know, hats off to Dominick and his team at Alliance for making me a better person and a better fighter tonight. He's tough as hell.
You hit him with some big shots, stunned him, and he recovered very well. Were you surprised by that?
Hell no. He's a champion for a reason. He's got a big old head, so I knew it was going to be hard to knock him out, but I damn well tried. And, you know, he's one of the best in the world, and now I'm the best in the world, so anyone can come get it. TJ Dillashaw, come try me, motherfucker.
Congratulations, sir. Spectacular performance. You are the new champion.
What a moment for Uriah Faber and his young superstar UFC Bantamweight Champion Cody "No Love" Garbrandt. Justin Buchholz, Chris Holdsworth, and Matt. What a moment. Up next, our main event, and this look at our upcoming fighters is sponsored by EA Sports UFC 2. Get up to 75% off for a limited time on the Xbox One and PlayStation consoles. So our main event is next. The winner leaves with the Bantamweight belt. But first, we check in with the UFC's middleweight champion.
What's up, UFC? It's me, Michael Bisping. Now, I know you're all excited about the big fight, but here's something else to get excited about. I'm in the new movie, Triple X, Return of Xander Cage. Want to get even more excited? Here's a sneak peek. Triple X, Return of Xander Cage, in theaters January 20th.
Xander Cage is back. You ready to have some fun?
I need a team I can work with. The good, the extreme, and the completely insane.
No. I got what you need.
So which are you?
I'm Triple X.
Here you go.
Damn, it feels good to be back. Triple X, rated PG-13.
Joe, let's take a look at the Bantamweight rankings in the women's division. These fighter rankings were sponsored by EA Sports UFC 2. Get up to 75% off for a limited time on the Xbox One and PlayStation console.
Well, it's really all been chaos since Ronda lost. Ronda lost to Holly. Holly lost to Misha. Misha lost to Amanda. And now here we are. Holly is going to move up to 145 pounds to fight Germaine Durandame for the title. Of course, Valentina Shevchenko looked excellent against Holly. Raquel Pennington looks excellent against Miesha Tate. So it's a wide open division, and it all rides on tonight.
Shevchenko and Juliana Pena headlining the Fox show in Denver. Now it's time for our main event of the evening. 5 rounds of fighting for the UFC Women's Bantamweight Championship, as Amanda Nunes, the outstanding athlete, vicious striker, black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, brown belt in Judo, faces Ronda Rousey, the former champion, once considered indestructible. But in the world of sports and in life, getting knocked down is a part of the process. And what makes a true champion is getting up and coming back stronger than ever.
Ronda Rousey represents a totally unique individual. She's the best women's mixed martial arts fighter the world has ever seen. There's not even a close second place. There's Ronda Rousey, and then there's the rest of them. With that success comes distractions that slowly chip away from the focus of being the best female fighter on the planet. It was a devastating knockout loss, and for a full year, she did not appear in the octagon again. She completely focused herself back on becoming, once again, the best female fighter in the world. But in front of her, she has an incredibly difficult opponent in Amanda Nunes. I believe personally that Amanda Nunes' style and her ability represent the most difficult opponent that Ronda Rousey has faced inside her career. She doesn't have any holes in her game.
I mean, better than Ronda in every way. If she try stand with me, I'm gonna knock her out. If the fights go to the ground, I'm gonna submit her. I will beat Ronda Rousey and show everybody the real champion.
You know, I know a lot of these things try to make it look like that I'm just going around and doing movies and interviews and reading articles about myself all day long, but the fact remains that I work harder than they do. And I want it more than they do. When things don't go according to plan is when I'm at my absolute best. I really, truly believe I will always find a way, because the way is there, and there's no reason in the world why I can't find it. I'm not leaving that cage unless I'm the champion, and that's it.
Physically, Mike, is that she's in fantastic shape. When you look at her training footage, you can see the focus, the determination, and the fury that has fueled this return. If anything, losing might have been what she needed to take her to the next level. We're going to find out tonight. But she was on weight way in advance, had no problem making the 135-pound limit, and looks as lean and as physically strong as we've ever seen her.
She talked about 3 months of self-evaluation and reflection. She is the reason that women compete in the UFC today. Take a look at this fighting description. Brought to you by WGN America's original hit series, Outsiders. Season 2 premieres Tuesday, January 24th, only on WGN America. All about the armbar for rowdy Ronda Rousey, and then Joe, she started knocking people out.
Well, her work with Edmund Tarverdyan really changed the way she approached striking, and she also used her judo a lot, so to get into the clinch and then use the knee to the body. That's a big factor in her striking game. Her speed, her explosiveness, her ability to close the distance, and experiencing the loss, the amount of hunger that she's got coming in here tonight will be a big factor.
Heard a great phrase, loved by fans, feared by opponents. She is here to reclaim one thing, the title, which defines her as a professional athlete. She is the challenger, the Olympian, the medalist, Ronda Rousey. Just 28 years old, the 4th Bantamweight Champion. The first, of course, being Rousey. 6-1 in the octagon for Amanda Nunes. This fight is about validation. She wanted this fight, Joe, and she's getting it.
Well, it is a huge fight. It is the biggest fight for any woman in the 135-pound division. Ronda Rousey is is the female MMA superstar. And Amanda Nunes has a chance tonight to fight a real legend in sports. The first ever hugely famous female MMA champion.
We look at all these great fights, the females going at it over and over. None of it would have happened if it weren't for Rousey, and Amanda Nunes credits her with that. Amanda Nunes, the champion. In our Geico Prep Point. Geico, 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. She is a finisher, Joe, and she utilizes her reach very well.
Yeah, she is a long striker. She covers distance well. She has some serious knockout power, and she starts fast. And that could be a chaos-filled first round because of that. Because Ronda starts fast, and Ronda's so amped up and worked up right now, especially with all this time off. And losing and getting back to this place again where she's challenging for the title. There's so much pressure here. I think the beginning of this fight is just going to be chaos.
She began at age 19 in Salvador, Bahia, Brazil. Moved to the U.S. to be a champion. Looks to defend for the very first time. Our tale of the tape for this, our main event of the evening, brought to you by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. The champion 28, the challenger 29. Everything else is virtually identical. With the introductions, Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. Sanctioned by the Nevada State Athletic Commission. Chairman Anthony Marnell. Executive Director Bob Bennett. Commissioners Francisco Aguilar, Skip Avancino, Dr. Dan Carpenter, and Stacy Alonso. Our three judges scoring this contest at Octagon side are Sal Diamato, Chris Lee, and Adelaide Bird. And when the action begins, our referee in charge of the Octagon, Herb Dean. This bout is sponsored by Budweiser. This buzz for you. Metro PCS. Get a fast nationwide 4G LTE network for only $30 period. Wireless, figured out. And Geico. 15 minutes could save you 50% or more on car insurance. And now, this is the moment UFC fans watching around the world have been waiting for. Live from the sold-out T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC Bantamweight Championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a judo fighter holding a professional record, 12 wins, 1 loss. She stands 5 feet 7 inches tall, weighing in at 135 pounds. Fighting out of Venice, California, presenting the former UFC Bantamweight Champion and the #1 ranked Bantamweight contender in the world, the challenger, introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, a striker holding a professional record, 13 wins, 4 losses. She stands 5 feet 8 inches tall, weighing in at 135 pounds. Fighting out of Miami, Florida, by way of Bahia, Brazil, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC Bantamweight Champion of the world,
All right, we've been over the rules. Protect yourself at all times. Follow my instructions. We're going to keep this clean. Touch gloves and let's do this.
Whoa. Yeah, I'm nervous. I am too. You know, there's not really any animosity. There's just a ton of intensity. Ronda Rousey, Amanda Nunes. Title on the line.
Ready.
Here we go. The champion in the black. The challenger in the blue. Nunes utilizing that reach early, mixing things up.
She tagged her. She tagged her again. She hurt her. Nunes with a big right hand, Mike, and again, she hurt her again. Ronda's in trouble. She's in trouble, Mike.
Over the top.
Big trouble.
Can she finish it right here, right now?
She shot her to the body. Ronda is in big trouble, Mike. Nunes' hands are down, and she's walking Ronda down. She tags her again.
Over and over. Amanda Nunes. Big combination.
It's in. It's in. It's over.
All over. Just like that.
Wow. Wow. Flawless performance by Amanda Nunes. Stunning, devastating victory by Nunes. Wow. She lit Ronda up like a Christmas tree.
Fight replay brought to you by Budweiser. This Bud's for you.
Just absolutely stunning. You see Amanda moves in, cranks off that right hand, boom, boom. The right hand to the ear, steps in with a jab. Boom, catches it with that left hook, right hand again, right hand again. Amanda Nunes just completely smashed Ronda. 1-2. 1-2. I mean, merciful rescue by Herb Dean. Stunning performance by the champion.
Amanda Nunes destroys Ronda Rousey and defends her belt for the very first time. That young Brazilian superstar may hold on to that belt for a very, very long time. She is a different type of aggressive, athletic, mixed martial artist with no flaws in her game. Time for our official decision. Brought to you by Metro PCS. Get a fast nationwide 4G LTE network for only $30 period. Wireless figured out. Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 48 seconds of the very first round, declaring the winner by TKO and still the undisputed UFC Bantamweight Champion of the world, Amanda the Lioness Nunes.
I really appreciate your Twitter.
You appreciate what?
Your Twitter.
Oh.
Your Twitter. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Listen, that was stunning. Amanda, you knew coming into this fight that you had outstanding punching power. Did you expect the fight to go down this way?
Joe, you know, I really trained very hard. I'm a dedicated fighter, and I have my team behind me. These guys right here, Conor, Roger, Dean Thomas, Mike Brown, Kami, all those guys in the gym, like, making me like amazing fighter. Unbelievable how America top team making me like another level. It's amazing.
It is amazing, and this was an amazing performance tonight. Take a look at the big screen, Amanda, and enjoy your work, because you put on a show tonight with a literal flawless victory. You opened up with big punches and never let off.
Man, this is amazing. Before I walk out,
we talking because this moment is my moment, you know? Like I said, she had her time. She did a lot for this sport. Thank you, Ronda Rousey. But right now, I'm the champion, and I'm here to stay. This is, people, let's stop it, this Ronda Rousey nonsense, okay? I'm the champion here, Amanda Nunes, the Lions.
You just won this crowd over, Amanda. What was it like going through the training camp for this and knowing that so much of the promotion was on Ronda and very little of it was paying attention to you when you were the champion?
By the way, my girlfriend's right here. Nina Ansaroff is gonna be the next UFC champion. Listen, Nina Ansaroff is gonna be the next UFC champion. Okay? Now the question. Say it again because...
What was it like to go through the promotion when everybody was paying so much attention to Ronda and they were almost disregarding you when you were the champion?
I love that because I can show Jesus. I stop everybody like that, you know? When I asked this fight for Dana White, I know everything, you know? I prepared my mind, I prepared my spirit and my body for this moment. I know Ronda Rousey is big. I know they love Ronda Rousey. But nobody's gonna take this belt from me. And when I come in my whole camp, I know already the promoter is gonna be everything about her. I'm really ready for this fight so bad. I know you're gonna beat the shit out of Ronda Rousey like that. For a long time ago, I told you, I trained for this girl since my first fight in UFC. I know it's gonna happen now tonight. I prove everybody I'm the best on the planet. Come on, guys. Serious? You guys gonna stay like bullshit, Ronda Rousey. Come on. Now she's gonna retire and go do movies. She's already have a lot of money. Come on. We have in this division, we have a lot of talent, you know. Now you guys have to look at these girls coming and working hard. Come on. Forget about Ronda Rousey.
You are a true champion, Amanda. Congratulations on defending your throne. It was an honor to call your fight.
Brasil! O que vocês estão achando agora, hein? I'm the real champion. Vou de volta pro Brasil agora. Levar esse cinturão. Galera, Brasil, vamos olhar mais pra Leoa, valeu? Agora, vocês têm o que contar. Eu sou a verdadeira campeã aqui.
Amanda Nunes, ladies and gentlemen. The champion, Amanda Nunes. Tonight's main event post-fight interview brought to you by EA Sports UFC 2. Get up to 75% off for a limited time on the Xbox One and PlayStation consoles. It took only 48 seconds. UFC 207, Nunes versus Rousey, has been brought to you by Harley-Davidson. See your dealer today and learn to ride like some of your favorite UFC fighters with Harley-Davidson Riding Academy. Live your legend. By EA Sports UFC 2. Get up to 75% off for a limited time on the Xbox One and PlayStation consoles. By WGN America's original hit series, Outsiders. Season 2 premieres Tuesday, January 24th, only on WGN America. And by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
UFC legend takes on a rising, undefeated young gun.
My God, Rodriguez!
BJ Penn returns to face Yair Rodriguez.
This kid is sensational.
Plus, fan favorite Joe Lozon battles Marcin Held. UFC Fight Night, January 15th on FS1.
That fight will be in Phoenix, Arizona. Baby J coming back to the octagon to take on one of the truly most fascinating and fun fighters to watch in Yair Rodriguez. I saw BJ in Phoenix a couple weeks ago, Joe. He is in a different place mentally. He wants to come and do it right because he didn't like how he went out.
No, he didn't, and he also spent a lot of time training for this fight and training in the Greg Jackson, Mike Wigglejohn camp. He's been there for a long time. He's in excellent shape, and he's very prepared for this fight. But he's got a very tough assignment. Yair Rodriguez is a dynamic fighter. He throws a lot of wild kicks. He fights very well from the outside. He has a very good ground game. He's fantastic in scrambles. It's a real big test for BJ Penn as a comeback fight.
Can't wait to see the Hall of Famer return in 2017, but tonight is a night that belongs to Amanda Nunes.
Ronda almost had zero impact on Nunes. Nunes stepped towards Ronda, and Ronda almost was paralyzed with shock. She didn't know what to do. She got stunned right away by the power of Nunes. And Mike, this is something that I had said before Ronda fought Holly Holm. I said, I believe that Amanda Nunes is the most difficult challenge that Ronda Rousey is ever going to face because of her Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt and knockout punching power. She's a ferocious woman. Holly beat her, but the way Amanda beat her tonight, no one's ever beaten Ronda like that. Well, you know, obviously she's only lost once, but it was such a different thing. And you have to think, is it a different thing because Ronda wasn't prepared? Is it because she really never recovered from the loss? Was it the emotions and all the negativity that was attached to her loss? Or is it just Amanda's that good, or is it a combination of those things?
I think it is a combination, and I think Amanda is that good. And next up could be the winner of Shevchenko and the Ultimate Fighter winner, Juliana Pena.
That's a very interesting fight because Valentina Shevchenko is a rock-solid striker. And we saw that in her victory over Holly Holm. She's excellent. She has a beautiful counter right hook, and Juliana Pena is like as game as they get. So it's an interesting fight in both aspects. Both guys, or excuse me, both women are very tough, very physically strong. One of them is an outstanding striker, and Juliana Pena is an outstanding ground specialist with vicious ground and pound. It's a very important fight for both women, and it will establish who's going to be the top contender in this talent-rich women's bantamweight division. And the queen has been established now.
Yeah, in a big way. And in a crazy 2016, where we didn't know who was the best in this division, we leave on this night knowing undoubtedly who the world champion is.
And it happened so fast. I mean, Ronda became this gigantic star, the likes of which we had never seen before. We had never seen a female cage fighting champion become this worldwide sensation. And there was so much attached to that. There's so much adulation and so many requirements, and she came back and decided to do this one right. No interviews, no press, no nothing, no makeup in the interview. She said, I don't care what I look like. She gave it her all. Amanda was just better tonight. She caught her early, and again, is what we talked about, those long punches. Amanda doesn't have to get close to you to land strikes. She lands from the outside, and she catches you on the end of those shots, and she's got substantial punching power.
And she showcased it again tonight.
Staggering.
Against what used to be the most dominant female fighter in the world. All right, we had a belt change hands, though, earlier in the co-main event. Dominick Cruz, Cody Garbrandt. What a great fight.
What amazing, amazing performance by the challenger, Cody Garbrandt. We thought Cody Garbrandt was an excellent puncher and a vicious knockout artist, but what he showed tonight is more. He showed that he can stay calm under pressure. He showed that he has the ability to use footwork and angles and movement and head movement. He dropped Dominick several times, hurt him bad. You know, and there was a big cut that was on the eyebrow of Dominick Cruz that we believe came from a headbutt, but I'm not exactly sure if that's true. We need to look at that more. A friend of mine texted me, my friend John Rollo, said that he believes it was from a punch. I'm going to have to look at that again. I thought the truck thought as well that it was from a headbutt. But either way, that was a significant factor in the fight, but not as significant as the punches of Cody Garbrandt. Cody was cracking him with big shots. And when you look at TJ Dillashaw's amazing performance tonight against John Lineker, it really sets up an incredible grudge match between TJ Dillashaw and Cody Garbrandt.
In an really, I would say, very unique way, maybe a bigger grudge match because of TJ's not so beautiful exit from Team Alpha Male, and now he's got a chance to fight Cody Garbrandt, we would think, for the Bantamweight belt.
I can't imagine that's not going to be the next fight. Both guys performed outstanding tonight. It was a huge, huge fight. And TJ Dillashaw tonight put on a show against John Lineker. No one's ever been able to shut Lineker down the way TJ did. Just completely dominate him, ground and pound him into oblivion. We found a lot of things. We found out that John Lineker is barely human. The amount of punishment that guy can take is just freakish. His chin is ungodly. He's tough as hell, but TJ Dillashaw worked him, and he worked him in every round. It was a beautiful performance by TJ, and I think it absolutely sets up an amazing grudge match for the Bantamweight belt.
What a great way to end the calendar year 2016. We have a champion in the Bantamweight division from Team Alpha Male, Cody Garbrandt, and of course, Ronda Rousey defeated in just 48 seconds.
Stunning. Stunning night, stunning fights, amazing card filled with great performances, and of course the biggest, most impressive was without a doubt the Lioness, Amanda Nunes. What a just devastating knockout victory over Ronda Rousey.
That belt going back to Brazil over the shoulder of Amanda the Lioness Nunes, and she's still all kinds of fired up.
Yeah, I didn't think I was ever going to get the mic away from her. I thought she was just going to keep talking in Portuguese forever. Hey, she deserves all of it. You know, this woman was disrespected in a lot of ways by a lot of people that were only paying attention to Ronda Rousey coming back. All the focus was on Ronda, and I understand that you have to have that in order to market things, but that's the champion, and that has to be respected. This sport has a hierarchy, and the champion is at the top of the heap, and Amanda Nunes is the champion. She was a champion coming in, she's the champion now. As great an iconic figure as Ronda Rousey is and was, she still is a challenger, and I think Amanda rightfully felt disrespected by that, and I think she more than made up for that tonight.
I would say more than made up for a lot of things tonight, and brings home the belt and defeats what was once the most dangerous unarmed female in the world. Congratulations, Amanda Nunes, Cody Garbrandt, both leaving with the belt.
Here's what's coming up inside the Octagon. The first show of the new year goes down in Phoenix, Arizona, live on FS1, when Mexico's Jair Rodriguez squares off against UFC Hall of Famer BJ Penn. It's an FS1 UFC Fight Night on Sunday, January 15th. And the 4-fight main card kicks off at 10 p.m. Eastern. Then on Saturday, January 28th, live on Fox, it's UFC Fight Night. Shevchenko versus Pena as two bantamweight contenders vie for the next shot at the women's 135-pound gold, when skilled striker Valentina Shevchenko takes on Ultimate Fighter winner Juliana Pena. It's Fox UFC Fight Night at 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific from Denver, Colorado, only on Fox. The following week, Saturday, February 4th, on the eve of the Super Bowl, it's UFC Fight Night. Bermudez versus Korean Zombie, only on FS1. And the UFC returns to pay-per-view on February 11th as UFC 208 pits Holly Holm against Jermaine Durandamy in the first ever female featherweight championship bout. It's UFC 208, 10 in the East, 7 in the West, only on pay-per-view. Don't forget, following tonight's event, you can watch the post-fight press conference live on UFC.com. And tune into the UFC 207 post-fight show with John Anik, Kenny Florian, Michael Bisping, Misha Tate, and Megan O'Leary, already underway over on FS1. And for those watching in Canada, flip over to TSN.
The executive producers of the Ultimate Fighting Championship. UFC President Dana White. Ari Emanuel. Patrick Weitzel. The Executive Vice President of Operations and Production is Craig Borsari. Our coordinating producer, Zach Candido. My buddy Bruce Connell, I love you, brother. Anthony Giordano, you are the best. April, Jackie, Mike Sack, Liz Robson, Niner, next to me since March of 2000. Frosty, Marin, True Mark, Susie,
Man, you know what? You guys are the best. Family will be family for life, and that will never change. Congratulations to the 2 belt winners tonight. That kid from Ohio, Cody Garbrandt, and Dominick Cruz. For my partner, Joe Rogan, Mike Goldberg, saying so long. Happy New Year, everybody.
It's just the way I am. Just gotta make a plan. I think of what I want and get it every day I am. Chasing dreams but never sleep. See how awake I am. How you going if you never trying to take a chance?